Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Hey folks, Pro Bass Fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest Self-Storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat boats. Feel the rush.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. It is Saturday, and that means right here today in Boardman, Oregon, it is one day. 66 boats went out yesterday. 66 boats go out today. But after today, considering it is the most feared day in all of bass fishing, it's cut day right here. It goes from 66 to 10. All things are even. Everybody loses everything. No tourney X. No weight. Back to zero. And we're going to see who goes out there and takes home the championship on Sunday. But today we got to go through 66 boats. We got to weigh them in, Mark. We're going to see who makes that cut, man. It is that day.
It is, and like the second day of any tournament, it gets a little bit tougher. So a little bit tougher out there for some of the guys. I know a couple guys caught them pretty good, but a lot tougher for some of them. I know a couple guys that are going to make the top 10. Like our leader, probably, I think he's doing okay.
He had a little cushion on that one. I mean, Josh Polfer had 20-36, a 2-pound lead over his closest competitor, but he has a 4-pound lead on Ty Manarola, who's sitting in 10th right now on the weight side. But here's the thing. They're not looking for 10th today. They got to be 5 on the weight or 5 on the keeper. But here's the nice thing about Josh. He's leading on both sides. He's got 39 keepers. That's a big number of keepers, and he leads by 8 on that side over Jake Boomer. On the weight side, he's leading. He's in a great position. He's got a great spot right now. It's his to give up.
Yeah, if he catches 10 fish, probably good. 11 fish, I'm going to say 50 pounds to make the top cut.
Well, Jake Arbuckle is sitting there with 24. 24, 39. Let's do the math on that one. I believe that's 15 right there, right? So he's got to catch, 5, maybe 10 fish, like you said, and he ain't going anywhere. Josh will be here tomorrow. But we also got Jake Boomer. We've got Tyler Madden. Tyler Madden, weight-wise, 1887. We can look at our numbers here, and we can see what these guys are doing. Randy Pearson, 1786, weight-wise. Jake Boomer, who is also second place in numbers. He had 31. It's all going to depend on what they choose to do. When you're looking at this as an angler, which one are you going for, man? I mean, is it just a matter of how will the fish start biting for you? You run into a school, so you pad your numbers. Do you go for weight? Is there one? What do you think? I mean, I ask the guys when they're up here, what are you going to do? Weight, numbers, what are you going to get there? I think that's what makes this format so amazing for everybody, right?
The first, when they went out yesterday for the first time, off limits for a month, they're going out just to catch a fish. I mean, just to catch a fish, measure the temperament of the fish, see what's going on, and figure it out from there. If they catch 5 big giant ones, then they're probably going to switch it up and, try to practice for later. Or the guys, the keeper count guys, or if they go out and they start catching a bunch of fish, then they're going to try to go for keepers. Personally, if I was fishing this tournament, I would try to catch as many fish as I possibly could to get it on the keeper count. Because the keeper count's one of those things that if you get 5 guys with big giant weights and you came in like they came in to 17 or 18 pounds, you came in with 10, the chance of you making it on weight is pretty slim. I mean, unless
it's a tough one.
Those guys could falter, but if you come in with 10 keepers that the first day, the chances are you could catch 40 or 50 fish, especially out on this waterway. I mean, last year Colby Pearson caught like 100 in 2 days.
Yes. This is a great format. It's the way that this format sets up for these guys. It gives them that option of which one they're going to go for, which one they're going to shoot for. I think the keeper count is great. But tomorrow, it all goes back to 0. Keeper count's gone. It's just 0. Top 5 off of each side go into tomorrow, and they got to do it again. Now, has it been, you said, it gets tougher the first day. The second day, it gets a little tougher. The third day, is it going to be tougher again? I know on a lake, it's like the pressure is there. On a river system like this, is the pressure getting to these fish, or is it a matter of there are just so many fish in this body of water, they're not getting pressured at all?
There's a ton, but I'll tell you, they're getting pressured. I was out with a guy today. he went through an area yesterday, went down the bank, and caught 16 or 17 pounds yesterday. Right, went through it again today and caught 17, 18 pounds, something like that. One guy that's going to make top 10. And I pull up and I go, how you doing? He goes, oh, man, I just caught a 4-pounder. I was like, cool. That'd be great on TV. He goes, not a problem. We're just going to go right around here and we're going to go catch one. I go, are you sure you want to catch one of your big ones? You know, save it for tomorrow? He goes, there's plenty of fish here. We'll be good. I go, okay. We turned around and went all the way down the whole damn bank, and he caught like 2 little teeny ones. So, I mean, it happens. So, right. And to me, that's pressure. Those fish got pressured, and they just didn't bite. So, so another guy found a school of largemouth, big giant one, large, big 5, 6 pounders. We've seen those big largemouth.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, Jake Boomer Wade went in yesterday.
He went in there, and he hooked a little one, and he broke one off. Then when I came up on him, he was going back in there, and we stayed there for 40 minutes trying to catch one, and none of them were biting. So those fish, you know, pressure is the biggest thing that shuts fishing off.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, you know, if you have a spot, your magic tree, your magic shelf, or rock pile, especially out offshore or something, you go out there for the first day, probably going to fish pretty good. Second day, you know, you like barely get a limit off of it. Third day, you get maybe one. And that's generally the way it is. Not always. I mean, sometimes there's those magic spots that have hundreds of fish on it. This place can be like that. I mean, you could find a ledge or a drop-off or somewhere on the main current where these fish are reloading. The guys that are catching shallow fish, like how I like to fish, right up in a foot of water or so, those fish, once you catch them, they're gone. They'll probably reload after a while, but they're not going to reload tomorrow.
Not that day.
No, but you know, the guys that are catching them, a lot of fish out on the ledges, those are the ones that are going to reload. If you happen to find the right ledge with rocks and all the right cover on it, it could reload, and it could, you know, it's like, I think that's what Josh did. I know kind of about where he was, and it was more of a ledge type of fishing spot. Jake Arbuckle, same thing. A couple other guys, same scenario, and I believe those fish will reload. Probably won't be as good as it was day one, but those fish can still reload. They still have a shot at getting a good bag, even tomorrow.
All right. I mean, that's what we're looking for. Championship Sunday is a whole new ball game when it comes to this tournament. 66 anglers out there today. They're doing this thing. Yesterday, we saw some good weights. I mean, just to make the top 10, which, like I said, doesn't really matter weight-wise in this event, but 1670, that's pretty good weight. I feel like that's better than what we had at the Pro-Am, and that was a lot of guys that fished here all the time. These are some of the top pros in the West. They come out here. I mean, Polfer sitting up there with 2036. That's a big bag, man. That was a big bag. And the thing about his bag of fish, Boomer had the 694. Polfer didn't have a big fish. He just had 5 4-pounders or better. He had fish. Those are the guys, when I see 2036 for 5 fish, I go, yeah, there's no big one in there. That's a guy who's on quality fish. He's figured something out. He's figured out how to get those good fish, and he's out there catching them. You know, what are you seeing? I know that every time we've gone out there, you and I have gone out, done some fishing out here. Every time we've gone out, it's been a shad, it's been a bait, it's been something like that. Not a lot of jigs, not a lot of, you know, stuff like that. Some topwater, things like that. What are you seeing out there when these guys are throwing? Are they just going? Is it a shad bite? Is it a? What are they catching fish on? Or what are they catching their fish on? And I know you don't want to say that, you know, don't say who's doing or how they're doing, but how are they catching fish? Are they targeting just the bait fish in this water?
They are not. So earlier, you know, like when we were here last time, there was more current, right? And we got some wind, but there was more current, and was salmon smelt in the river.
Okay.
A lot of salmon smelt. So the fish were up, busting salmon smelt, and easier to catch because all that bait was in the system.
Right.
This time of year, the salmon smelt goes wherever the salmon smelt goes, I guess out to the ocean or wherever it goes. I don't know
wherever it goes, it goes.
I don't know about salmon smelt, so probably if I was fishing here more, I would know a little more about it. But Ron Mace was telling me, well, they slow the current down because the salmon smelt's gone. I go, okay, I got it. So they slow the current down, and it's generally a tougher bite.
Is there a lot more at that point? Are they, you're seeing more jigs come out? Are you seeing more Senkos come out? Are you seeing more bottom-oriented stuff?
Lot more finesse baits than
drop shots and
than
things
we
like
had
that.
in the Pro-Am.
Okay.
So I mean, there's still guys catching them, and on spinner baits and top water. One guy called me today and he goes, "Hey, I got 2 fish on 1 cast. What do I do? How do I put that in a Tourney X?" I go, "1 at a time. Put it in there." I go, "Good for you. Congratulations. You caught 2 at one time." So because he was worried about,
right,
I'm going to have a photo that's going to be a few seconds apart.
Of fish that are probably pretty close to the same size, I'm guessing.
I don't
yeah,
know.
exactly.
I didn't ask him that, but
right.
I was just like, well, good job catching 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
But most of the guys are throwing finesse. Even the guys that are throwing reaction, a lot of times they're using live scope, and they're throwing it out. They're watching the fish come up, right? And then they're reeling their bait real quick, kind of like if a fish blew up, right?
Right.
The follow-up, because smallmouth are notorious for following your baits. And then they throw back out there, and with a wacky rig or a drop shot or, a minnow or something like that,
right,
and catch them. But, yeah, guys are throwing jigs, tubes, drop shot, a lot of different things to catch fish.
Well, we've talked about that a little bit here, and a couple of the guys have too. Do you notice it on river systems like this? Now, this is a little more open. It's a little, the grass pockets are out there. Is live scope playing as much of a factor out here as it does on the lakes when you're on the river?
For the guys that are fishing a foot of water, no.
Okay.
But for the guys out on the ledges and edges and the front, 100%. So, Boomer, I was filming Boomer for a little while today. He is 100% live scoping. And so is that's how Colby Pearson caught 100 or so last year. He was out in the middle of the river, right out in the middle, a mile from each side, and he's just catching them one after another. Right. They're just out there. That these fish, the smallmouth, they get pelagic and they swim around, and and there's no other way to catch them like that unless you're just dumb luck.
Well, this whole technology is fairly new. It's not. I'm not saying it's new, but it's fairly new. This fishery has always been good. These guys have caught fish before. This has always been a great fishery. How much has it changed as far as, okay, well, now we're catching them with this forward-facing sonar, but they could catch them before. So what's the biggest difference?
Well, the biggest difference is offshore.
Okay.
Before we used to fish offshore structure, ledges, rock piles, fallen trees, bridge piling.
You just had to find those.
Whatever.
things.
You had to find those. You had to know where they were, triangulate on them, and figure out where they are. Or you run over with your graph, and then you have to wait for the fish to calm down and then come back and catch those fish. But now you have the ability to see them out 100 or so feet where you could never see them before, and you couldn't see suspended fish very well before.
Well, and you talked about something yesterday that I found very interesting. You were sitting out there, and you found a bridge. Didn't know it was there, never knew it was there. I don't know how many people have ever known it was there. I mean, I'm sure somebody did, but there's a bridge out there, and now you can fish it, and now you can see the fish on it with this forward-facing sonar, right?
Right. It was pretty cool. Otherwise, I mean, before you probably could have gone through a side scan and seen the bridge.
Seen it, right.
But this way you could sit back and you could look at the bridge, with the forward-facing, and see the fish swimming around, see everything there. It was really cool. I didn't find the bridge. Bo Jowdry found it, and he goes, "Look at this bridge." And so I sweeped over with my forward-facing sonar with the Garmin Live Scope and saw it, and it just looked amazing. Really, really cool.
We've got, some of the best coming up here. These guys are out here. They're catching fish. It's hot. It's real hot out there right now. Even for us coming from California, this is pretty warm. These guys are out there frying it up. Is topwater done when it's this hot?
Oh no, guys are catching them on topwater.
Is it one of the top tactics out here?
It is not.
It is not.
It is not.
Okay.
It's top tactics are finesse.
All right now it's just.
Yep.
Try if you're coming out here tomorrow and you want to go catch some fish, or not tomorrow, but wait till we're gone. You want to come out here and fish. You would highly suggest finesse right now.
Yep.
Guys are out here.
Drop shot, wacky Senko, shaky head. those kind of things.
Frenzy shaky head?
Frenzy shaky.
Frenzy shaky.
Yep. I think we got a pile of guys at the tanks.
We do. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk to Thomas back here and say, Thomas, it's time to pay some bills. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take our first commercial break. But when we come back, Mark, we're gonna start weighing some fish. So I'm gonna get Mike up here. Come on back, tune in with us, and we are going to bring this thing to cut day and see who's gonna be fishing tomorrow on Championship Sunday. Come right back.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now, check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail. The Super 60 is here in Boardman, Oregon, and those guys over there, 66, going to 10 tomorrow for Championship Sunday because it's cut day. And we're going to bring some people up on this stage and see if they've got what it takes to make it to Championship Sunday. And we're going to start right after I look at my weighmaster and say, you ready to go? Those scales ready? We're prepped up? Then let's call our first angler. Everybody from Anderson, California, Scott Stansfield. Come on up here, Scott. All right, man. How'd you do out there today? You got 249 to make that top 5 right now. He says he's got 249 in there. He's happy about that. 1470 yesterday. 18 keepers. He's needing 249. He's got that pretty easy. 1174 for your best 5 right there. Great job, man. Hold up a couple of those fish real quick. Let's get some pictures. Robert, you all ready? We get these pictures going. We got to make these fish famous right now. And that is what took over the lead with 2644. Scott Stansfield right there. He is your current leader after one angler. Scott, great job, man. Thanks, Ed. I'll see you on the Delta, man. See ya. We'll be tomorrow. You don't think you're going to be here tomorrow already? You got anything you want to say? No. All right. All right, our next angler. Coming all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona, Mr. Matt Thomas. Come on up here, Matt. All right, Matt. 322 to make that top 5 right now. 1403 yesterday, 15 keepers today. Good job out there, man. You got some of that. You had 7 keepers. Maybe that's a total right now. I don't know. They don't tell me all those things. Your weight right now for your best 5, though, goes 12-10, 12-10. You're going to be in the top 5 for right now. You think you're going to be here tomorrow?
No, sir. No, sir. But I did have a great day today. Caught a lot of fish. I did miss the biggest smallmouth of my life. I'm guessing 6 to 8 pounds. Flew about 3 feet out of the water in my top water. Phenomenal top water today with this cloud cover. Made some adjustments from yesterday. I was fishing a 4-inch Westy worm yesterday, black and chartreuse. Caught all my fish on that. Today I caught them on the spy bait and top water. Lost a couple key fish, 4-pounders. I figured I need about 17 pounds to make the top 20, maybe top 10. However, that didn't work out today. I'm glad to be here, though. Looking forward to the California Delta.
Well, reach into that bag, hold up a couple of those fish, and let's show them off to the crowd. All the people watching in YouTube world out there and Facebook tuning in. There's a couple of the nice Columbia River bass right there. All right, man. Hopefully we see you, but if we don't, thanks for fishing with us, and we'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Montague, California, Mr. Nick Wood. Come on up here, Nick. Good to see you, man. 1678, 40 keepers, man. That's a pretty good day right there. 39. I know that's not today. That's all total. But you got 39. That puts you at 40 right there. That currently makes you the new leader. You need 109 to make that top 5. 109. Oh, you just barely. Oh, yeah, you crushed that. 1730, everybody. Great weight. Hold up a couple of those fish. Let's get some pictures. Show those things off. You got a big fish in there? It's just got to be a 694. Well, technically a 695. Ties at 694, though. All right, great job, man. Look at that. Knows how to catch fish, right? And he proves it all the time. Now, Nick, that's going to put you in first right now, 3408. I'm going to give you the option right now. What do you think? You going to be here tomorrow?
I think it's going to be really close. My strategy was to go for keepers yesterday, and as the day kind of materialized, I was doing okay, but I ended up finding a spot where I was starting to catch some quality. So I went there this morning, and first thing I caught a 350, I think, when the camera guy was there, so that was cool. Next fish was a small one, and then the next one, my third fish I hooked, it was. I'm still sick. It was huge. It was probably, I mean, everyone's got a fish story, but this one was the biggest smallmouth I've ever hooked on this place. It was big. Had it right to the boat. I touched it twice, and it just come undone. So if I'm able to make it, I got an area where there's some quality. I leaned on it pretty hard, but we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to be right there. Hopefully, we'll see.
That's a bubble spot that you're talking about, man. And I'll tell you what, there are some really, really good anglers sitting behind you. But right now, you're sitting 3408. You are the current leader. We look down here on your keeper count, 40. It's going to be a tough one. You'll be right there on both of them, I have a feeling. But top 5 right now on both sides. So, hey, cross your fingers and hold on.
I've been having kind of a tough year this year. I've been midstream all year long, so I wanted to have a good finish. So if I don't make the cut, I should get a check. So, which I'll be happy with that. But I do want to thank my sponsors: Ranger Boats, Ducket Rods, Black Bear Diner. They've been sponsoring me for a long time. They've joined the BAM tour, and we really appreciate the support from them. Frenzy Bait, Buck and Bass. If I forgot you, I apologize. Most importantly, my wife and my kids. I will talk to you tonight, and I love you guys, and thanks everybody for coming out.
All right, Nick, thank you for coming up here. We hope we see you tomorrow, but if we don't, see you at the next event. All right, our next angler coming out of Kennewick, Washington, just down the road. Come on up, Mr. Ronald Mace, man. Welcome back up, Ron. 1680 yesterday, 18 keepers total. I think you're looking for weight right now because that number 5 right there is sitting 29. You got 18 keepers on this side. You're going to need 208 to make that top 5. You got a bag that's got 208 in it. I'm guaranteeing that one. 5 fish. Big weight, everybody. 1835. Wow, Ronnie went out there. You said yesterday you turned something on, found a little something going on. Reach in that bag and show off a couple of those fish, my friend. Wow, that is some quality fish right there coming out of the Columbia River. Almost. All right, Ron, let's talk about it a little bit here. How was it out there a little bit? Looks like you turned it on and said, you know what, I'm going to go for that weight because that puts you in first place overall with 35.15 on the weight. Keepers is done right now, and I don't think you're going to quite have the keepers, man. You're hoping for weight?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I was shooting weight all weekend. I kind of changed up my game plan yesterday, and it kind of worked out. And it worked really good today. I shut off. I quit fishing at like 9:30 and just kind of chucked around looking for more spots, and I found some. So if I make it, I'm going to be in good shape. If I don't, I'm going to be very upset with myself.
There's a check sitting on this table normally for $50,000. There's a great big trophy that sits right next to it normally. You got that in your sights?
Absolutely. I've been waiting for this tournament for almost, well, since you announced, before that even.
Well, buddy, hope you get there. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. Great job out there. It's getting good. He took over the lead with 35.15. Our next angler, coming all the way from Jackson, California. Give it up, everybody, for Earl Dalton the third. All right, Earl, 1189 is what you're going to need to make it on the top 5 on weight. 18 keepers today. I just don't think that's going to quite be there. What was an 18 today? 1189s we're looking for. You're going to be just a little shy, Earl. 1108, my friend. 1108. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was just struggling around. I had a lot of fun up here. I couldn't figure it out yesterday, but today, you just got to ask yourself, what would Jake Boomer do? So I grabbed my Alpha Angler drop shot rod and went up the river a little bit, started fishing around, and all of a sudden I look up and there's Jake right next to me. Caught a few fish, had some fun, got to watch him catch some fish. It was a great time. Thank you to Jackson Rancheria, my girl Hannah, for following me around to this place all the time. Thank you, Bass Angler Magazine, everybody here in Oregon. Appreciate you.
Earl, reach in that bag, hold up a couple of those fish, and show them off a little bit, man. All right, good job out there. Columbia River showing off some nice smallmouth, that's for sure. Earl, see you at our next event, man. Great job out there. All right, our next angler coming all the way from Stockton, California. Let's bring him up, everybody, Mr. Robert Reel. Come on up here, Robert. All right, man, you need 664. You had 22 keepers. 22 is not going to get you there, so you better hope that weight is going to get you there. 664 is all you need to make the top 5 on weight side. We're going to look at that bag real quick. 5 fish in that bag. That's 5 fish are going to go. 9.50, not going to quite make it. You want to hold a couple of them up real quick? Let's get some pictures, and then we'll let you talk about it a little bit. All right, great job right there. All right, Rob, let's talk about this a little bit here, man. Tough days out there for you, man. It's hot. It's going. The fishing wasn't that great. How was it out there for you?
Fishing's good. This river is awesome. These people that live here in Boardman are lucky. I didn't execute. Most important part of the story today is last night during the fireworks celebration, dumb me, didn't check to make sure the door was fully shut on the camper. The dog bolted. I was out till 3 last night looking for her. Heather insisted I go out and fish this thing today. I was going to stay and look for the dog. Most important and best part of my day, I got a call about 8:30 this morning. The dog was found. So, fishing went okay today. My school of fish was still there. I couldn't keep them on the hook. I think my fatigue probably has a little bit to do with it. But, this fishing on this river is phenomenal. It's one of the best I've been to.
All right, Rob. Congratulations on the dog coming back. I know we liked it. I know the community came around, helped out a lot with that. Head on off the left right there. We will see you at our next event, Robert. All right. All right, our next angler. He had a 694 big fish, a largemouth. to stand to test or nobody else, man. It's a big fish. He's going to need 6 pounds today. He has 60 keepers overall. Let's bring him up out of Spokane Valley, Washington, Mr. Jake Boomer. Come on up here, Jake. All right, man. 6 pounds is all you're going to need. You had 1924 yesterday. A little something on there. You're sitting at 17 now. You got 6 pounds got to be in that bag. 5 fish that go 6 pounds. Nope, not quite. They're going to go way over that. 5 fish that go 13.20 right there. That's going to move you up on the weight side. Keeper count is what I think he was focusing on. He dropped 60 on the scales. He's sitting right now in second place keeper count. Going to hold up a couple fish. There you go. There you go. Look at that. They're already looking for the Marty Lawrence cone. All right, let's talk about it there, Jake. How was it out there for you?
It was actually, I had this set plan that if I had so many keepers, I could go look for fish for tomorrow. But you can check on the app and you can see how your competition's doing. And every time I'm like, oh, I'm getting ahead. Ty Manarola or somebody else starts catching them, and I felt this horrible pressure all day that I had to keep catching them. So towards the end of the day, I quit culling. It wasn't about weight. I wasn't looking for weight. I was just catching 14 inchers and chucking pitcher at them, chuck them and go. So hopefully that's enough to get in. I stayed away from that largemouth hole. Like, I so bad wanted to go back there because there was another one. But I think it'd be better for tomorrow. The weight's 0, so it doesn't really matter. As long as I get in, that was the goal.
All right, Jake. You're sitting right now on keeper count in second place. 60 is a big number. You got a 7-pound cushion over the third place right now, Mr. Jake Arbuckle. And on this side, you're in third place now with 30-44. It's going to be a tight one on the ways. I think you're good on keeper count. But, like you said, all these guys can catch fish, and they were out there doing it. So cross your fingers. We hope we see you tomorrow. Good luck out there. All right, our next angler. He's going to need 10.99. He had 15.40 yesterday with 41 keepers out of Paso Robles, California, Mr. Kyle Goldstein. Come on up here, Kyle. All right, Kyle, 15.40 yesterday. A little bit of an issue. 15.15 total right now. You're going to need 10.99 on that side. You got 41 keepers overall. That puts you right there. Just a little over. You're basically tied for 5th. You're going to need 10.99. You got great weight. 16.69, everybody. That's a big weight right there. That's going to move you up quite a ways. That's going to put you in 3rd overall, 31.84. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish and show them off to the crowd and everybody watching at home. All right, nice fish right there. That Columbia is putting out some good fish. All right, Kyle, 41 keepers. You're sitting 5.39 over that cut line on the weight-wise. What are you hoping for?
Everybody else sucks. I mean, that's pretty much it. No, I don't know if I'll make it or not. I doubt it, but it was a fun week for sure. It's my first time here, and I'm looking forward to coming back.
You got anybody out there you want to thank just in case you don't make it?
Yeah, I know my mom's watching, so hey, Mom. That's good.
All right, man. Well, we hope we see you tomorrow, but if we don't, we'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler is going to need 14.60. He had 11.85 yesterday with 13 keepers. He's out of Vacaville, California, Mr. Billy Hume. Let's bring him on up here, everybody. Billy, welcome back up to the stage, man. It's day 2. It's cut day. I don't know, man. This is not a great day to be on the stage sometimes.
No, today was fun, though.
You're going to need 14.60, man. You got 5 fish in that bag. Let's see what they go. His 5 fish, 14.60 is what we're looking for. He held that bag up a little bit, but it goes easy. 16.21, everybody. Good job. 13 keepers overall is not going to be a big one. He's looking for weight. He's got a 28.06 right now. He's sitting on the bubble. Beautiful Columbia fish. Now, let's talk about this because I got news for you, Billy. It's not looking great. I hate to be that kind of blunt, but you know what? You're sitting on that bubble, and there's a few guys back there that I have a feeling went out and caught them. How'd you do out there? What do you got to say to anybody at home?
Today was a good day. I found some fish yesterday. They bit when the wind blew. I figured I'd run up there this morning for an hour or two, and the wind was blowing on the bank, and right before the sun came up, the big ones were on the bank, and they were chewing. I caught that one that was almost 5, another one that was almost 4, a couple 2-pounders, and then the sun came up, and they skedaddled. They were out of town. So, but I'd like to thank Cynthia and the BAM thing, but I want to say hi to my mom. When we were up here for the Pro-Am last month, she had a heart attack. We almost lost her. She was able to pull through, and it's good to have Mom around.
All right, man. Congratulations on her sticking around. That's great news. Billy, see you at our next event, man. Great job out there. All right, everybody. Our next angler is going to need $14.91. He had 18 keepers total out of Selma, California. Bring him up, Mr. Craig Gong. Greg, welcome back up. $14.91. There's got to be 5 fish in there that go $14.91. Actually, I don't care. There are going to be 2 fish in there that go $14.91. Let's see what they end up going, man. $14.91 is what we're looking for. Not quite there. $12.72. $12.72. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple of those fish up, and let's get some pictures real quick. All right. Good job, man. You're going out there getting some good quality fish. I know they're not quite the ones you were looking for. You didn't quite get the numbers. You didn't quite get the weight. You are going to be one of our cuts. But you know what? Everybody goes out there. They fish hard. You went out there. I know you fish hard. So let's talk a little bit about how you did and thank the people at home.
Yeah, went out there, fished hard, found some really nice fish. 2 came up, both missed the frog, broke one off. It was just one of those days. But you know what? We had fun. It was a good time. Caught a lot of fish. But it'd also be nice to be home. So I want to thank Paula, my mom, friends for watching, support. Can't do this without you guys, and look forward to the next one.
All right, Craig, we'll see you at our next event. Great job out there. All right, our next angler, he's going to need $14.38. He had 14 keepers overall. I don't think that's going to quite be there for the keeper count. He's out of Paso Robles, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Wyatt DeBusk. Wyatt, welcome back up, man. $14.38 needs to be in that bag. You're shrugging your shoulder, man. You're not sure there's $14.38 in there?
I think there's $14.38, but it's not going to hold up for very long.
You don't think so? You know these anglers better than I do, right? I mean, they might have all sucked. You don't know. $14.38, $15.34 that will put you up there over on the cut line. Hold up a couple of those fishes, get some pictures. That's going to put you right on the bubble in 5th place on weight. Good quality fish, though, man. I'm telling you what, he was swinging for the fences because both of those right there look to be largemouth to me. Wyatt, I have a feeling you went out and said, I got to shoot for the fences. I need big fish, and you went after the big green ones, man.
Yeah, I started out this morning just try to see if I could get on, try to catch 60 keepers to catch up, and that didn't happen, so I just went punching and caught a bunch of largemouth, only got 2 nice ones, and fill up short. But I'd like to thank everybody that supports me, family at home, and all the sponsors who make this possible, and looking forward to Delta.
All right, man. Thanks for fishing with us. We'll see you at our next event. He's sitting in right now at 5th, but I got news for you. 29.03, I have a feeling he's not going to quite hold it up. Our next angler is going to see what he's got to say about it. He's going to need $19.38 today. He has 26 keepers overall. Luke Johns out of Folsom, California. Come on up here and weigh some fish, man. All right, Luke. You need 5 fish in that bag to go $19.38 because 26 keepers isn't quite going to do it, man. Let's hope for a big weight. Everybody get loud for $15.54. Good weight. You tried hard, man. You didn't quite make that cut. All right, he's going to hold those up. There it is. That's all right. That's why we keep padded floors. All right, Luke, let's talk a little bit about it because, man, you're not going to make that cut, unfortunately, at this one. You're not driving out here with a new boat. Your parents didn't have to come here and retrieve a boat for you this time or anything.
No, but it was a fun week. Yesterday I struggled pretty bad, and today I figured it out, caught plenty of fish, and had a decent bag, but just needed to do that yesterday. But I got to give a big shout out. I got a ton of family members that showed up, so thank you all for coming out and watching me. I know my girlfriend Mary Lou's back home watching, and she's watching my dog too, so thank you. And, it was just a fun week. I caught a ton of fish, everything out scoping. And, if you want to come to a place and just catch sheer numbers, this is like by far the best fishery in the country to do that, probably. It's absolutely nuts how many fish you catch, but a lot of them are just below our 14-inch minimum, sadly. So I had a great time. Thank you to all my sponsors. And, again, thank you to my family, my friends, and everybody back home cheering me on.
All right, Luke. Good job out there, man. We will see you at our next event. They're starting to drop. They're starting to get less. But we're sitting right here. Our next angler is going to need 1442. He had 41 keepers total out of Templeton, California. Let's bring him on, Mr. Austin. Bonjour. Hey, good to see you, man. All right, you need 1442. You had 1462 yesterday, man. You basically don't even have to catch all you did yesterday. You just got to come in just a little under it. And you'll make that top 5 right now. 1442 is what we're looking for. Did that. 1451. That's going to currently put you in the top 5 over there. Numbers-wise, you're at 41, so you're right there also. You're in 5th place. You're in 5th place on both sides right now. I got news for you, Austin. That's not a great place to be. Right now it is. Yeah, for right this second, we'll just cut the scales off, dude, and you'll be right there. All right, let's talk about it a little bit. Thank the people at home that get you up here.
Right on. Just want to say thank you to my support system. This week's been amazing. I'm in between Nitro bass boats right now, and Dano, I know he's watching. Thanks, buddy. He let me borrow his Skeeter, so I got to rip around in that all week. It was awesome. I think Nick Cloutier didn't have a boat also. He's in between boats, and he also had a Skeeter. We had matching Skeeters. It's pretty cool. I didn't. And then Mason and Randy McAbee, my roommates, they're out fishing right now, or they should be getting in any minute. They helped me swap a trolling motor on that boat in the parking lot, pit crew style. We had that thing ripped off and a new one put on in an hour right before the meeting. It was awesome. And then, of course, Aurora and River, my 2 daughters. Love you, girls. See you soon. And my beautiful wife and everybody on my jersey. Thank you.
All right, Austin. Your name's in blue right there, man. I don't think you're going to be here tomorrow, so thank you for fishing with us. See you at our next event. Yeah, great job.
We'll see you at the Delta, and thank you for everybody coming out. This is awesome. So we don't usually get the crowds this big. I don't think Mojave we had any because there was a torrential downpour. So this is awesome.
Yeah, we had 13 people. This is much more than 13, everybody. Thank you for coming out and supporting us. Thank you. Great job out there. Our next angler is going to need 1753. He's out of Angels Camp, California. Mr. Hayden Lee. Come on up here, Hayden. Now, Hayden, you got 15 keepers overall. That's not going to help you much. You're going to need that to be 1753, and I have a feeling that if it's only 1753, you're going to need a little more help after that. Let's see if you can get that 1753. Not quite. 10:09 today. Hold up a couple of those bass and get some pictures real quick. All right, great job out there. Caught some bass, went out there. At least when you go fishing and you catch fish, that's a good thing, right? But Hayden, not going to be the tournament you were looking for, man. What do you got to say to everybody out there who supports you and gets you up here?
Yeah, thank you everyone at home watching. I know my grandparents, my mom probably watching, my girlfriend and her son Cooper. Yeah, that sucks. I was hoping to do good here, but I tried. No, I don't know. I just could not get on them. I just wasn't around fish. So hopefully I can make the Delta. My girlfriend's at home pregnant, and she's due about then. So if I don't make the Delta, they might kick me out of this thing. I've done so bad this year, so we'll see.
I don't know, man. Don't hope for that one. But you know what, Hayden? Thanks for fishing with us, man, and we'll see you at our next event. What do you got? Okay. All right. Our next angler's going to need 1471. He had 21 keepers overall. Out of Vacaville, California. Let's bring him out, Mr. Billy Hines. Billy, come on up, man. We need some good fish in there. 1471. You had 1443 yesterday. You need to catch just a little better than you did yesterday, man. I hope you found some fish out there.
No, I actually got tougher on me. Only caught 9 today, which was brutal. A little hotter. I don't know what the deal was. I just couldn't get on them, couldn't figure them out. So it's one of those tournaments.
We'll reach into that bag. Hold a couple of those up. Of the 11-17 that you caught today, you're still going to be about 4 pounds, a little over 3.5 pounds shy. All right. Good job catching those fish out there. All right, Billy, let's talk a little bit about it, man. You said it got tougher. You said it got a little harder than it was. What were you looking for today did you go out focusing on one, keepers, weight?
I went out. I threw big top water mostly up till almost noon, and caught my first cast. Caught 2 on one cast on the spook, so it was kind of cool catching 2 fish in the first cast. So it just from there just kind of dwindled away, and I just kept trying to force a big bite and didn't happen. I said, well, I better start trying to catch some fish. So went out and did the best I could, and it was 9. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming out. Bass Angler Magazine for putting on a great show. My lovely wife at home watching. Love you, babe. On my way home tomorrow, so get ready, get them grandkids ready. We're gonna go out and have some ice cream. We got 7 of them, so we're gonna have some fun. So anyway,
that's a lot of ice cream, my friend. Billy, we'll see you at our next event. Thank you very much. All right, our next angler is going to need 1254 to make that top 5. He has 19 keepers overall, so he's hoping for good weight. Day 1, he had 1660 out of Blanchard, Idaho. Let's bring out Mr. Carl Okerman. Carl, he's bringing the crew with him. That's right. All right, Carl, 1254 is what we're looking for on that scale right there. That'll get you into that top 5. $12.54. What do you think, guys? What does that say? $13.80. That's right. He's going to make it up in the top 5 right now. Carl, that's going to put you in the blue. Now, being in the top 5 right now is not or they're at the top 5 right now as far as 5th is not the greatest place to be overall. Not today, not right now. But you know what? It's a padded floor. You lost a crawdad arm, though, so I'm guessing they were eating crawdads. There you go. Recovery right back into pictures. I like it. Don't worry, he won't bite you. All right, let's put him back in that bag. Now, Carl, your name in blue right now is not the greatest thing at this time of the day. Now, if that was like the end of the day right there, that may be a great spot to be. But the good news is, even if you don't get that one, you drop down a little bit, we're paying $20. You're going to get a check out of this whole thing, I'm pretty darn sure. You're got good enough weight to be there. How was it out there for you, and what do you think?
Oh, man. I got a lot of waypoints out here. This place is an incredible fishery, and this is the first time I have not made the top 10 on the river. I ran around, fished all my waypoints, and there just wasn't any fish there. I got spots that produce bigger fish. I went and checked a couple largemouth spots. I hooked up with one today and got tangled up in a cable out there and lost it. So it was a little frustrating, but I did catch fish. I caught some on top water, so you can swing as hard as you want when you hook them like that. So I got some payback on the fish, but overall this place is incredible. It just did not fish well for me this week.
All right, Carl. I don't think you're going to quite make it, man, but thanks for coming out and fishing us. We'll see you at our next event for sure. Thanks. All right, man. That's right. Our Super 60 anglers, we paid down to the top 20. We're giving away $50,000 to first, but that leaves a lot of money on the way down. These guys are going to be walking out of here. If they make that top 20, that's also another thing to look for. Our next angler, $18.91 is what he's going to need. He had $11.50 yesterday. He's got 22 keepers overall. Out of Weiser, Idaho, Mr. Jason Hickey. Come on up here, Jason. All right, Jason. 1891. That bag's got to be a big bag, dude. 5 fish, 18. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with 4. Let's do 4 fish, 1891 is what we're looking for.
Why are we only doing 4? I got 5.
I know, but it'd be funner to do 18 with 4.
Come on, here they come.
We need another line. We need to see a line. 1337, man. 1337. Good job. Reach in there. Yeah, that's right. All the lights burned out on that one line. Reach in there and hold up a couple of those fish. Great. Back up a little bit. You're already tall enough. Step over here to the right just a little bit so this picture behind you doesn't look. There we go. Don't worry. We put letters on the floor. Some of these guys just don't know what all the letters in one row means. Jason, let's talk about this a little bit, man. You didn't move Carl out of his way. You still need 554 to make that. We're not giving you another chance. Want to talk to anybody at home right now? Give a little thanks.
No, gosh, they all know, you know. Well, as far as the people that are close to me, you know, I have one great sponsor amongst others, but, you know, it was really cool this week. We got to bring out a bunch of tortillas from Rodriguez Bakery. You know, they're a long-time family friends and fishing friends, and Marco was a long-time fishing partner of mine and still a great friend. And so it was fun to come out here on Thursday and cook for everybody and have a good time. And, you know, it's great to have good relationships with your sponsors, and you know, and I enjoy cooking, so it's kind of a fun connection for me to be able to promote their product.
When did everybody get tortillas? Because I got to been living out of the Circle K over here. What's going on with that?
I can tell you, Mark has 2 cases full of tortillas. So if anybody wants tortillas or didn't get tortillas, talk to Mark afterwards.
All right, man. Jason, great job out there. See you at our next event, man. Good job. He will probably be getting a check. He had pretty good weight right there. Top 20. Woo. All right, this next gentleman, he was leading the entire thing, both sides. He had 10.05 is what he's going to need today. He had 20.36 yesterday. 61 keepers is his number. Let's bring him up out of Melba, Idaho, Mr. Josh Polfer. Josh, come on up here, man. Let's see if you can do this thing again. All right, 20.36. That doesn't quite look like a 20-pound bag, though, man. If you'd have had one of those, you'd have been sitting real pretty right now. You're needing 10.05. That does give you a nice little buffer right there that you only need 10.05 to make that top 5 on the weight side. 61 keepers keeps you in first place right now. 15.39 is going to keep you in that top 5. You're sitting right there really good. You got a spot on both sides right now where you're sitting pretty good, man. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple fish, and we'll talk about it. 35.75 overall. That puts him back in first on both sides. Keeper count was 61 and 35.75 with the weight. He is your current leader. He's got a 5-pound lead right now. Let's talk about it, man. How was that fishing out there? And everybody out here, including the guys in that line, want to know, what'd you catch them all on?
That's a secret. We might reveal that tomorrow, but I've just had an absolute great time fishing the way I love to fish, and it's been fun 2 days. I didn't catch the weight I wanted today, but I wanted numbers, so I had a chance on both sides to fish on Sunday.
Well, you took that chance to heart, Ben, and you got it, because right now you're leading on both sides, and that's a great place to be at this time of day. There's some good anglers back there, but I don't know. I have a feeling you're going to be keeping that space right there. You got one guy right there that's not liking it very much, and that's Jake Boomer right there on that side, and Kyle Goldstein. You put them both on that cut line, man. They're not looking good, but you out there, you got anything to say real quick?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife and my dad. They both come down with me, and all my sponsors. I couldn't do it without them. Thank BAM for everything you guys do. You guys put on an awesome event, and looking forward to the future.
All right, Josh, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we will. Everybody, that guy is now leading. He was leading on day 1. He's leading on day 2. Can he be a wire-to-wire winner of this event? I guess we will find out tomorrow. But right now, our next angler is going to need 15.69. He's got 53 keepers. He's out of Valley Springs, California. Jake Arbuckle, come on up to the stage, my friend. All right, that bag needs to go 15.69. 53 keepers is pretty good. That puts you in 3rd overall right now. That's a pretty good spot. I'm thinking you're probably feeling good about that.
Yeah, there's still a couple flights to weigh in. That should be enough, I'm hoping, but we'll find out.
Well, the bad news is 1486 isn't going to get you over there on that weight side. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple fish right there. He's looking to be here tomorrow. He's got to hold out 2 spots. Good fish right there. Great job. All right, Jake. Let's talk about a little bit. Don't worry, he'll have that tag for you over there. Let's talk a little bit. How was it out there for you today? What do you got going for tomorrow if you can make it?
You know what? Today was a blast. This is only my 3rd or 4th time on this river, and I don't know. For some reason, it just clicks for me. I come from a river system down home. They're green fish down there, not brown ones, but it just sets up really well for me. I caught the hell out of them today. It was a lot of fun. I need to thank all my family that's here. I got my grandparents, my aunt and uncle from Portland, my parents, my travel buddy right there. All the great sponsors that helped me along the way. I couldn't do any of this without them, and hopefully we're back here tomorrow. Bam, thank you guys for everything. Boardman, you guys rock, man. I love coming here.
All right, Jake. Great job out there. We hope to see you tomorrow, man, but those are some good anglers behind you over there. All right, man. I look down here. I look over there. I see some anglers. They're ready to weigh it in. And our next angler is going to have to wait until we get back from this commercial break. Tune back in. We'll be right here, ready to weigh some fish.
Bass Angler Magazine brings you more. If you want to learn the latest techniques, win your next bass tournament, or simply catch more bass, then Bass Angler Magazine is for you. From California to Florida, finesse to frogging, Bass Angler Magazine is jam-packed with how-to information from the world's best pros. Published every season, Bass Angler Magazine is crammed with fresh new articles designed to help anglers of all levels learn more and catch more bass. Sign up at bassanglermag.com today. Bass Angler is also available at Tackle Warehouse, Bass Pro, Cabela's, or for your mobile device at the Apple newsstand.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail Super 60 coming to you from Boardman, Oregon. We've had some great weights already come in. Josh Polfer held on to his lead right now with 35.75, and on the keeper count, he's still leading over there with 61 keepers. Our next angler is going to need 20.73. He had 9.72 yesterday. He's got 40 keepers. He's going to need a big bag. He's out of Auburn, California. Bill O'Shin, bring it on up here, man. Bill, the crowd's going wild for you, buddy. You're going to need a big bag right there. I'm looking at it. Mike's got to struggle to get this one up. He used 2 hands. He knew you were coming. 14.54, going to be a little shy. Hold up a couple of those fish. Let's show them off a little bit, man. I think Bill's one of the ones who told me he was going to hold some fish up today. So we're going to hold him to it. We need the camera shot. Move over this way just a little bit. There you go. They're good fish, Bill. They just weren't quite good enough, I have a feeling. Don't worry, it's padded. These fish are in great shape. You need a fishing rod. I know how it works. You're really good with a rod in your hand. Holding them, not so much. So let's talk about how you did out there. And thanks to people out there, man, that get you up here.
Yeah, you know, I really went for keepers today, and I got 40 total, so I think that may sneak me in. You know, I was really behind on weight after yesterday, so, you know, hopefully that'll do it. But I want to thank my family for being here. I want to thank you, Ed, as much as that hurts a little bit. Michael and Mark, you know, they have to deal with us prima donna fishermen, you know, every day in and day out to put on these tournaments. So thanks to those guys for dealing with us and for putting on such a good show.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys have to put up with me all the time, so I'll give it to you right there. But I am going to tell you right now, 40 right now doesn't quite to have you there, so let's hope for some double qualifiers, man. Polfer sitting up there right now. Bill, thanks for fishing with us, man. We'll see you at our next event, more than likely. He will be right there. He's got great weight. He's probably going to be sitting there looking for one of those at least top 20 checks. Bill's going to be right there. Our next angler is going to need 1481. He has 10 keepers. He's going to need 1481 and probably a whole lot more to stick around for tomorrow. He's at a T, Guard, Oregon, Mr. Bo Raymond Fletcher. Let's bring it on up, man. All right, Bo. You need 1481 in that bag. You spoiled it for everybody. Gosh, darn it. All right. We're going to look over there. How many fish are in there? He's got 2 fish that go 646. You know what that means, though? That means you got 1, 2 hands. Hold both those fish up right there. Let's get some pictures real quick. Now, Bo is going to be at 2210, so he is going to be hoping that he squeaks out a check in that top 20. It's going to be a close one for that. Hold him up. There it is. All right, Bo, let's talk about it a little bit. It was a tough day out there for you, man. Both sides. It looks like it's been kind of a tough weekend for you. How was the fishing overall for you?
It was a tough weekend. I mean, you can't swing for the fence if you don't hit the ball. So we went for it today, came up real short. But I want to give a big shout out to the city of Boardman. I want a big congratulations. Thank you for everything you guys do. You guys were one of the first communities that got on board with BAM, and in 2 years, BAM has grown. It's shown a really great presence here, and it's been a really great example for us going to other communities and what we've done at the other communities around the West Coast. So I love this river. I love this place. It kicked my butt today. So.
All right, Bo, we've had fireworks. We've had the fire department. We've had police out here, and all these people, none of them got arrested. That's great. But you know, I mean, there's not that many people here in this whole town, but they've almost all shown up out here right now. It looks great. Love being up here. Boardman and Bo, we will see you at our next event, man. Great job out there. Thanks. All right, our next angler is going to need 1158. He has 19 keepers overall. 1887 yesterday. He's out of Brentwood, California. Let's bring him up, everybody. Mr. Tyler Madden. All right, Tyler, right there, 1158, man. 5 fish in that bag. 19 keepers is not going to be what you're looking for on keeper count. You're looking for big weight right there. 1158 in that bag. 1158. You had 1887 yesterday. Means you don't even have to quite catch that, but you got close. 1497. That's going to move you up into the top 5 right now. Tyler, is going to put you in 4th place overall on the weight side. He's going to hold a couple of these beautiful Columbia River bass. Give it up, everybody. That's some good fish right there. All right, Tyler, that's 4th place, man. Let's talk about this. You might want to thank some people because there's some anglers behind you, dude. I don't think are going to allow you to stay right there.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it tomorrow, but I want to thank my dad for helping me drive up here from college back in Auburn, Alabama. My girlfriend back home, my family, my buddies at Auburn. I lost a couple of fish today that probably would have got me up there, but I don't know. It was a fun week, so I'm excited.
Well, like Mark was saying earlier, you're sitting in fourth right now. That puts you in a great place for taking home one of those top 20 checks, man. So look forward to that. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler. I'm going to need Mark. Where's Lassane? Where did he get to? I need Mark for this one. Our next angler, he's going to need a big bag. He has 24 keepers overall, so he's going to be looking for that big bag. 2027 is what he's going to need. 1158 is what he had yesterday. He's out of Chester, California. Give it up, everybody, for Mr. Mark Pilgrim. Mark? All right, Mark, you need 2027 in that bag. Now, I know you love catching smallmouth. You love being out there where they're available. But you needed to catch more of them, my friend. He was looking for 2027. He's got 1186. Reach in that bag right there. Hold up a couple of those bass. Let's show them off to everybody. All right, great job. Caught some smallmouth. He went out there. Let's talk a little bit about it. Now, Mark, you're up here, and you had some smallmouth fishing out there. You were throwing some weird kind of baits out there, doing that kind of thing. How was it for you overall, though?
It was actually a lot of fun. Today was actually, I smashed them. I caught so many fish today, I just didn't catch the bigger ones. I ended up catching 73 fish today, and 16, I think, keepers. Every cast, between 12 and 12:30, I caught a fish every single cast. So you guys at Boardman, if you want to bring your kids out and throw it, gets it on and chuck it on a point, and you're going to catch a ton of fish. So, yeah, I got to say thanks to all my sponsors, Arch Oil Shields. I was, like I said, I was throwing a gets it with that big bite pendulum head. I love throwing that setup. I throw it up my home lake, and it works good here. Got to say huge thanks to my wife once again for always stepping up and being here, and thanks to you guys. BAM puts on an awesome show, and I love fishing these events. And let's go to the Delta and see if we can get it down there.
Well, before you take off, we reached into a bucket back there, swirled our hands around, pulled out a ticket, and Black Bear Diner is giving you this little $100 gift card. You can take your wife to the Black Bear Diner and get her some chow. All right, Mark. Thank you very much, man. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler. 23 keepers. That means he's going to, don't you do it. Don't you do it. That means he's going to need a lot of weight to get there. Don't you come one more step. He's going to need 1879. He's out of Oroville, California. Mr. Alex Klein. Come on up here, Alex. Since you're already here anyways, I'm telling you. 1306 yesterday. You need 1879 today. Big weight going to have to be in that bag, and I'm looking at that bag going, I don't know what the scale's going to say, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to say that one. Little shy, 1170 right there. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple of fish, and show them off, though. All these people came out here to see some fish. Not just your pretty face. There you go. Look at that. Everybody's getting that whole Marty cone down. That's where just right on there, Marty cone. All right, let's talk about it a little bit. It was a tougher out there than you thought it was going to be. 23 keepers overall. That means you were looking for weight today. You didn't quite get that weight. What were you doing out there today?
Yeah, first time I've ever been up here to the Columbia River, and it is a massive place. All I did was go throw a 5-inch swim bait around, and that's how I caught majority of them. And I didn't go through too many little ones. It seemed like when I got bit, it was a better fish, but I just couldn't find enough. I didn't know the place well enough. So tough overall, but a fun event.
You want to thank your sponsors out there?
Here's one for all the wives and girlfriends out there. Go check out the Farmer's Wives Boutique on Instagram. Look it up. Buy yourself something nice because all you guys go through a lot putting up with all of us anglers.
And they got your credit card on file, right? Yeah. All right. Alex, great job out there. We'll see you at our next event. All right, 3184 is still that bubble on the weight side with Kyle Goldstein. On the other side, it's Colby Pearson. He's got 53 keepers. Our next angler is going to need a big bag. He's got 2113. He only has 13 keepers. He's out of Escondido, California, Mr. Tom Leadham. Come on up here, Tom. Welcome back up to the stage, my friend. You're going to need a lot of help right there. That's going to be a big bag, 21 pounds in that bag right there. Or you need to have a lot more keepers. So I think you're going to go for that weight. Let's see how close we get right here. 2113 is what we're looking for. He's going to hold it down, make it look really good for you. But it's going to be just a little shy at 1776, man. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple of those fish, and show them off. That'll give him 28.48 overall right now. That means he doesn't quite make it on the weight side, doesn't quite make it on the keeper side. He'll be at our next event. Step right back over there just a little bit. There you go. All right, Tom, let's talk about it a little bit and thank some of the people at home, man, to get you up here.
Yeah, big shout out to my sponsors, Last Chance Performance Marine, Phoenix Boats, Mercury Marine, and I recently jumped on with iRod, so that was really helpful this trip. This is my first time up here, and the fishing just phenomenal. Right? I stubbed my toe a little bit yesterday, had some revenge today, had to claw back some points. I think I did that a little bit, feel a little bit better about the long drive home. But anytime we could pull on some brown ones. We're from Southern California. We don't get smallies, so it's just fun out here playing with the smallmouth bass. So that's it. Great trip. Ready to get home. Shout out to my parents who came up from San Diego to view the weigh-in as well.
All right, Tom. Great job out there. You didn't quite end up where you wanted to end up, but you know what? You're going to be right there on the bubble to get one of them top 20 checks, man. So hold out for that one. You might get home with a little bit of money. Make it a little easier drive. All right. Our next angler is going to need 1905. He has 28 keepers. It's starting to get to that point where they better have some big keepers because 53 is the bubble right now. He's out of Meridian, Idaho, Mr. Daryl Okamika. Come on up here, Daryl. All right, man. 1905 needs to be in that bag for you to be over on the top 5 on this side. Knock Kyle Goldstein out. We're looking for 1905. 1905. 1207, not going to quite do it. That 28 keepers isn't going to quite do it. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple of those bass. Let's get some good pictures, man. All right, great job. All right, man. Cut day's going to get you. It's one of those days, man. Thanks to people that got you up here, and talk about a little bit about how you did out there.
I decided to load up the boat with gas, and I almost got to see what John Day looked like. I went down a long ways, and believe it or not, nobody was down there. I found a bunch of keepers, but I couldn't find them better ones, and I see why there was nobody down there. So it's my 4th day ever on this lower end. I usually fish Tri-Cities more than I do. I haven't really been down here, so every day's a learning curve. My wife, thanks for letting me come. My boss for letting me have a couple days off. And kids at home, I'll be back in about 4.5 hours.
All right, man. Great job out there. Cut day swallowed you up a little bit, but that's all right. It's not that great. It's not a super long drive, right?
No, 4 hours.
That's not bad. At least you're not going to Arizona or something, right? No. All right, man. Thanks, head off to the left right there. Great job. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler is going to need 1792. He's got 18 keepers overall. That means he's looking for that 1792. He's out of Auburn, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Ryan Hall. Come on up, Ryan. All right, Ryan. 1792 needs to be in that bag right there because that 18 keepers ain't getting you much, man. I hope you had a better day out there today.
Yeah, I had a better day for numbers, but the weight wasn't there. I had like a 4-something yesterday. That helped. But today I had some solids, but we'll see.
$12.99 overall. Not going to quite do it. That means that cut day swallowed you up, buddy. Reach in that bag right there. Hold up a couple of those fish and show them off. 26.92 overall for his 2-day event. That is going to put you right on that cusp of getting a check, though, for the top 20. Real close, but I'm not going to say which one it's going to be there. There's a 29.03 is top 10 right now, so it's going to be really close. 3 pounds is kind of going to be a cushion. Thank everybody at home that got you up here. Talk a little about how you did.
Yeah, it was fun. I've never seen this place until we launched the boats yesterday, and it's a beast. So I'm glad to have it under my belt now, but I'm looking forward to the Delta. Big thanks to everybody that supports me. PK Tire Pros, man, I've put thousands of miles on my tires this year, so they've always taken care of me. And a huge shout out to Loyalty Pond. As you mentioned yesterday, I got engaged a couple weeks ago, and I actually designed my entire ring at Loyalty Pond. Bought my own stone, bought the setting, sourced all the materials, and they made it super painless and affordable. So big thanks to them.
All right, Ryan, I told you someone would love you, man, but it ain't going to be this tournament this time. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler's going to need 14.91. He's got 41 keepers, so that's not going to quite help. Let's bring him up here out of Yuba City, California, Mr. Aaron, Too Legit Brit. Aaron? 14.91. That does not sound like a big confident sigh right there, man. 14.91 is what we're going to look for that scale to say. Mike holds that thing up. He gets it there, places it perfectly. Oh, 14.79. Just a little shy. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish and show them off. That's going to be right there, 31.73. Probably get him at one of those 20, one of those top 20 checks. Step back just a little bit and to the right. There you go. All right, great job. All right, Aaron, let's talk a little bit about how it was out there, what you did, how you didn't do it.
I had 2 zones on this river. I was catching a bunch of fish, and I just beat all my fish up. I had a pretty good topwater bite this morning. Caught 8 of those keepers in the first 30 minutes, and it died as quickly as it started. But should have get a check. I wanted to fish tomorrow, but I guess my drive home is going to be a little quicker or a little shorter notice than I planned on it being. But happy to be out here. Thank all my sponsors, and hi, Mom. I love you.
All right, Aaron, great job out there, man. Sorry it didn't work out for you. Cut day gets somebody every time. It's going to get 56 anglers this time. All right, our next angler is going to need 19.10. His 32 keepers are not going to be enough to play tomorrow. So he's going to need a big bag. He had 12.75 yesterday. He's out of Moses Lake, Washington. Mr. Aaron Echternkamp, everybody. All right, Aaron. 19.10 in that bag. You want to start thanking everybody right now? All right, man, we'll get that thing weighing. That's going to put you close, though. Your weight, I don't know. Even getting a top 20 check is going to be a tough one on this one, man. But you can think of it. You had a good weight, 16.21. It's going to give you right around, let's hope it populates. It's going to give you 28.96. That's going to be real close to that top 20. Reach in that there and grab out a couple of those bass and hold them up. Step right over here just a little bit further to your right. There you go. Nope, you get to come over here and talk to everybody a little bit, thank the people at home, talk to everybody about how you did out there and what went right and what went wrong, and how did cut day get you?
Oh, day one, I don't know what it is, but one of these times it's going to, my day one will be good. Every day I come out and I seem to struggle on day one and do a little bit better day two. So,
who got you up here, man?
Oh, well, Mom over there, she got me started out when I got into fishing. She ended up supplying the first boat, get me going there. Other than that, thanks the family for taking care of everything at home while I'm gone.
All right, man. Aaron, thank you very much. We will see you at our next event. Great job out there. Yes, nobody's weighed a big fish, though. They haven't weighed them. I've asked. All right. Our next angler is going to need 19.61. He has 27 keepers overall. He's out of Alameda, California, Mr. Zach I can't wait to get up on the stage, Thompson. All right, man. 1961 in that bag, and I'm telling you right now, you can, but you're going to have 1553 for 5. Reach down in that bag, hold up your big fish, show him off for the pictures, and then we will weigh him out and see what he goes. Nobody's weighed a big fish in, so right now I'm telling all of you, this is going to be your day 2 big fish leader. So let's see what it looks like. It looks like a smallmouth. All right, weigh that fish up, see what it goes. 389, that's your new big fish leader right now, Zach Thompson. Now there's something for everybody to aim at. Over here, bud. Right there, there you go. It's the orange cone and the words on the floor. There's a reason for it. Come over here. You got to stand right in front of everybody. You got to give a little thanks right now. Zach, I'm looking over here, and I'm not seeing where you moved up anywhere, man. No. I think you're going to have a long drive. But, you might be right there on the cusp for a check. So, there might be one coming in the mail. We'll see. Got to make the top 20. Who gets you up here and give some thanks out there?
Yeah, I want to say a big thanks to St. Croix Rods. I want to say a big thanks to Seven Reels, Costa Del Mar, P-Line, Spear Point Hooks, the people that helped me get here, DCR Propeller in Sacramento, my wife, my kids, my parents, everybody watching online. It was a fun event. Just didn't quite get enough fish, really. Was catching some decent ones today, but figured I needed weight and didn't catch a couple more big ones. But it's a fun place to come. I want to thank you guys, Ed and Mark and everybody at BAM, for coming out, and that the party you guys had yesterday for us was amazing. So many people in the community were here. That was really cool, and the fireworks, and it was just great. So hopefully we come back. Thanks, guys.
All right, Zach, thank you very much. We will see you at our next event. All right, our next angler is going to need $13.99. He had 20 keepers overall, so he's going to need that weight. He's out of Oakdale, California, Mr. Randy Pearson. Come on up here, Randy. All right, Randy, $13.99 is what we're looking for. You had $17.86 right yesterday, so you don't have to go up. You had to go down a little bit. You could kick back and catch a few fish and, come out here and see if you can put your foot down a little bit and make that top 10 tomorrow. Try to get past cut day right now. We're looking for $13.99. We're going to end up with $15.53. That'll put you up there right now. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish. You want to try to beat that big fish at all with anything? No. All right. Just one more. There you go. Perfect. All right, Randy, that puts you up in that blue line. Not the place you want to be today. Not right now. That means that cut is looking pretty good, bud. How did you do it out there, and what do you want to say?
First time here, and I really enjoyed the place. But, out there fishing today, everything changed on me, and I made some adjustments. I'm pretty happy with that. I would love to fish tomorrow, but who knows? I'll probably end up just falling out of the top 10. But regardless, either way, it was a good tournament. Hopefully I can get in there, but I got to thank my wife. She's the best support system I have. I couldn't ask for anything more. I travel, and she's full support, and my parents, my brother, and all family and friends, everything's great. I'm very fortunate. And then my sponsors, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, they're out of Jamestown, California. They're new, and they stepped up into the bass fishing world, and they're sponsoring BAM. And if you haven't had a chance to go there, they take care of the fishermen. There's a lot of, a few changes coming up that are just going to help the fishermen out. I'm very fortunate, and all my other sponsors, iRod and Spear Point Hooks and River to Sea and some others. If I forget about you, I'm sorry. So that's it.
All right, Randy, great job out there. That's going to put you right there. Now, the good news is you've got to drop like 15 spots to not get a check at all. That top 20 that you're going to get a check in right there, I think you're going to be right there. Great job out there. See you at our next event. All right, our next angler had 33 keepers. 1378 yesterday. He's going to need a big bag. 1962. He's out of El Dorado Hills, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Jim Vratzos. Jim, you're going to need a bigger bag than that, man. Did you leave one down there? Someone took your bag. It's going to be close, man. I don't know how close. 33 keepers isn't going to get it there. It's got to be over 19 pounds. 1309. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. Show them off. Let's get some pictures for everybody. Some beautiful Columbia River smallmouth right there. All right, Jim. Talked a little bit about the people to get you up here. Talk a little bit about how you did it out there. You know what, though? Cut Day got you, man.
It did get me. Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody here at Boardman. Thanks for hosting the event. Thanks to BAM for the opportunity to even be up here. And thanks to my wife and daughter and my dog, actually, that came up, made the trip with me. So very thankful for you guys being here. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You know, Jim, I was really pulling for you to win that $50,000 because I was going to make you pay for the golf. But you know what? We're going anyways. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. Great job, Jim. All right, our next angler's going to need a monster bag. He's going to need 2863. He's only got 9 keepers. He's at a Santan Valley, Arizona. Mr. Max Hernandez coming up here, dude. You need to bring that thing up with 2 hands if you want to make this cut, man, because otherwise, Cut Day got you.
Oh, he got me. For sure.
All right. 9 fish overall, 1132 today. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple of bass, and let's take some pictures real quick. Robert needs a job to do out there. There it is. At least he's looking around for it right there. Good job, Max. All right, man, let's talk about a little bit about what happened out there, you know, and thank the people that got you up here on this stage.
I just struggled. I struggled last year. Did a little better than this year than I did last year, I think. But I caught a lot of fish. I caught probably 70 fish today, but only 6 keepers, and about 50 fish yesterday, and only 3 keepers yesterday. So just struggled trying to find the bigger fish. But I mean, I had a great time. Had a great time here last night with all the folks from the town, and appreciate you guys. Appreciate BAM and everybody. Thank you.
All right, Max, thank you for coming out and fish with us. But you fell victim of Cut Day, man. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. It's a brutal day right here. All right, our next angler. He's going to need 1687. He had 1653 yesterday and 23 keepers. He's out of Bakersfield, California. Mr. Kenneth Cleveland. Come on up here, Kenneth. Now you're going to need a big bag, 1687. Just a smidge more than yesterday, because your 23 keepers isn't going to quite be there for it. But if you can get something close to that, you're going to be right there for that top 20 check, man. 1683 is what we're looking for. 1687, 1653, everybody. Just going to quite miss it just a little bit, but that is going to put you really close to that top 20 check. There it is. Hold up a couple of those beautiful Columbia River bass. These are some healthy, good-looking fish. Kenneth, you went out there. You swung for it. It got tight, but Cut Day got you.
Yeah, nope. It's I knew I'd be close. I just didn't fish clean enough this morning. I lost a couple that would have helped, but I weighed 1653 both days, so consistent, and should get a check with that. Thank you guys. Thank everybody that helps put this on. Thanks everybody that helps me get down the road. Thank my wife and our 2 little girls, Callie and Drew, at home. I'll be headed home tomorrow. And I want to thank Boardman for the festival they did last night. That was pretty cool to be a part of that. So cool that you guys do that for your community. And we'll see you at the next one.
All right, Ken. Thank you very much. We will see you at our next event. Great job out there. It's getting less and less. This man right now is sitting on the blue line for keepers. He's got 53. He needs 1691. He had 1649 yesterday. He's at a Rogue River, Oregon. His name is Colby Pearson. Let's bring him on up, everybody. All right, Colby, that's going to be a big bag, and it didn't look all that heavy. It needs to be 1691 to make it on that side. Your keeper count has got you right on that bubble, man. Cut Day is looking at you right square in the eyes. We're looking for 1691. We're going to be a little shy on the weight side with 1403. Hold up a couple of those bass. Let's get some pictures. Colby won 2 of our events last year, back to back. Came out and showed what Oregon had to offer. That man right there knows how to catch fish. And all that says to me is that fishing is fickle, and you better do it really solid every time, because those anglers back there, they're the best in the West for a reason. Talk a little bit about how you did it out there and what went right, what went wrong.
Yeah, I was just chasing keepers, kind of slowly running out of fish. I didn't expand how I needed to, but I think right now I'm 5th in keepers. I think it's going to hold, so going to go game plan, hopefully make it tomorrow, and love the river. Thanks Discount Tackle and Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, and yeah, hopefully we get a chance tomorrow.
All right, man, let's hope for it. Colby, head off the left. We'll see you. He will definitely be sitting right there looking us square in the eyes at one of those checks. He's in 9th place overall with 30.52. 1622 is what this next angler's going to need. He has 34 keepers, which means that ain't going to help him. He's out of Bakersfield, California, Mr. Mason Maccabee. Come on up here, Mason. All right, 1622, my friend. You're going to need a big bag right there. It's not a huge bag, and it's very doable. You had 17, 18 yesterday. You could kick back a little bit today. Probably shouldn't have, though. 1622 is what we're looking for. 1480 is what we got. Your 34 keepers, not going to quite help you. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, show them off. But I'm telling you right now, the unfortunate part is Mason, Cut Day got you. There it is right there. Give it up, everybody. These guys go out here, and they do a heck of a job. They go out and work and work and work, and you're sitting over here right now knowing it's hot. They just did it for 8 hours in the sun, fried themselves a little bit. How did it feel out there, and what do you got going, man?
It was hot, but I just tried to expand too much and didn't go re-hit water that I found yesterday because I was trying to save some, but I don't know, just got spun out, and just a learning experience. We'll get them next time.
All right, man. Give some thanks to the people that get you out on the stage up here.
Yeah, thanks to my parents, and then Stealth Sticks, and then all the sponsors on my jersey. Couldn't be here without them.
All right, man. Cut Day got you, buddy. Sorry to hear it. Head off to the left right there. All right, I'm looking over there. I'm seeing a lot of good anglers. That man right there wants to weigh in next. But he's going to have to wait just a couple seconds because we take our next commercial break. Come right back, and we will have some more bass coming on the scales.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS Outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology Bam Trail Super 60 from right here in Boardman, Oregon. We have been weighing some fish. They have been having some pretty decent weights. We're still leading. If you tuned in yesterday, when we went off the air, Josh Polfer was leading on both sides, weight and keepers. He's already weighed in. He's leading on weight and keepers with 35.75 in weight and 61 keepers overall. He is setting the standard right now. If he holds that position tomorrow, everybody goes to 0, and he'll have to do it again on the weight side and see if he can walk home with one of these great big trophies and a $50,000 paycheck. But I've got some anglers over here that want to try to knock him off. And we're going to bring the next one up out of Pasco, Washington. He's going to need 1670. Ty Manarola, come on up here, man. That's what we want to hear, Ty. You're going to need 1670. That matches exactly what you had yesterday. I hope you are Mr. Consistency for that part. Your 54 keepers has you in 4th place overall. You might make it on keepers if we get a couple double qualifiers. Looking for that 1670. Everybody, good weight. 1793. He's going to weigh a big fish. He's from just up the road. He should know how to fish this body of water. He's showing that he does. His big fish goes 4.27. Great fish right there. All right, Ty, reach in there. Grab one more. Let's stand up here on the stage. Let's get some pictures and show them off to everybody out there. All right, Ty, that moves you up into 3rd place right now. Gives you a little bit of a cushion. 0.63 is basically the cushion. I mean, little like 0.75, you're 4th. 5th is 33.84. You're not on that cut, but you've got Tyler Madden, who was just up above right there, sitting right over there going, now I'm in blue. That ain't looking so good for him. On the keeper side over here, 54 keepers, still has you in 4th. Were you shooting for one or the other? It looks like you were going for weight.
Honestly, I was going for weight. I only had 2 bass at about 1 o'clock yesterday. Just completely spun out, couldn't find them. Finally, just kept my head down, prayed on it a little bit, and found them at the end of the day. Caught my whole bag and my other 12 keepers in the last hour. And I went back there this morning, and they lived there. It was a lot of fun. I had like 30 keepers by, I don't know, 8 o'clock probably. I mean, it was just every cast in the morning. It was super fun. Got a little tougher. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, if I make it, because it's weights reset, so kind of got to go swing. But I know there's 4-pound smallies down there, so I might just go for them. Might try to bring in a sneaky green one. I really don't know what I'm going to do, but if I make it, I'm just going to go try to finally win one of these things.
Tyler, you just said that right there. I'm going to try to win one of these. You've been so close. This is your water. You're from right down the street, man. You should have this thing locked down, dialed in, ready to go tomorrow, Championship Sunday, $50,000 on the line. There's a kid sitting out here somewhere that could use $50,000. There's a wife sitting out here somewhere that could use $50,000. There's a person standing on the stage that could use $50,000. How does it feel right now to be sitting there looking at $50,000 in the eyes?
Well, all you can ask for is to give yourself a shot. So thank you to God for that, another opportunity to go get it. Going to be looking good for AOI after this event. So, yeah, it's just been a great season. Shout out to my sponsors, family, the all-day sacrifice. I'm so selfish going to do this, chasing this deal around, especially with the newborn. My girlfriend, Alyssa, just stays home with her, supports me up and down. My family supports me up and down. My sponsors do. I couldn't do it without any of them. And hopefully we make it to tomorrow, and we're swinging. We're either going to bring in a lot or a little.
Well, it won't be a little no matter what, because you know what? Top 20 still gets a good check. But, dude, you're right there. Let's hope you can hold it off. Our next angler's going to need a big bag, 2034. 55 keepers, has him in 3rd place overall. He's out of Kalispell, Montana, Mr. Jason Crone. Come on up here, Jason. Now, Kalispell doesn't quite get the yell and the screams and the claps as Pasco, obviously. But you know what? They got you up here. You're going to need 2034 in that bag. I didn't see Mike bend his knees all the way to get that one up there. But you have 14.37, good weight. Going to move you up a little bit, but not quite going to move you up over here. Your 55 keepers has you in there. You've got a touch of a cushion, about 2 fish. Reach in that bag right there. Hold up a couple of them. Show them off to the crowd. Show them off to everybody out there watching at home. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making this thing that I can actually say there's a crowd out here. All right, great job. All right, let's talk a little bit about it, Jason. It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be really tight. 55s gives you that little bit of a cushion. It is a good cushion. Hope with it maybe a double qualifier or something comes in there. Were you looking for just numbers, or were you going for weight too?
Well, I was going for weight, but at about midway, about 11 o'clock today, I actually just said this isn't going to work, what I had been doing, and I actually pulled my seat post out, which I had never done, and plopped it in. And literally the next cast, I caught a bass, hit spot lock, caught 32 right there on that seat. Didn't move. So there's something about that. I don't need to sit down yet, but I'm glad I made that decision. And like I say, Ty helped me out by qualifying with the weight, so there could be room. And hopefully I make another top 10 on this and get a play tomorrow and figure out how to catch big ones, I guess, tomorrow. So.
Yeah, you'll have to go for weight tomorrow if you can make it, man. I'm hoping you do. Right now, that 2-pound lead, though, that 2-fish lead right there, that's a tough one. We're really close. There's some good anglers back there coming up. What do you think? You want to say anything to anybody at home?
Yeah. Hopefully I make it, but if not, another great event. Thank all you guys for sure, and good luck to my daughter. She's just starting another game up in Canada playing soccer, and hello to Annie and Peyton, wife and daughter, and everybody that's rooting for me back in Montana. Thank you.
All right, man. Good luck out there. Let's hope you make it. All right, our next angler is going to need 22 pounds. His 36 keepers are just not going to quite be enough. He's out of Puyallup, Washington. Mr. Rich Kraft. Come on up here, Rich. All right, man. 1185 yesterday. 22 pounds need to be in that bag. Your keeper count just isn't going to help, unfortunately, man. Looking for good weight. 22 pounds. He's giving it up a little bit. 1188. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple bass. Show him off. But unfortunately, Rich, cut day got you, man. All right. Great job, though. Go out there. You catch a bunch of fish. You go out fishing. I mean, in the long run, we're still out fishing, right? I mean, I know there's big money on the line. I know it's out there. But when you were a little bitty kid, you didn't care about the money, man. You just went out fishing. Today you got to go out and just do fishing. The last couple days you just got to go fishing. But let's talk a little bit about what kind of fishing you did, what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people at home.
Well, since I dug myself the biggest hole ever yesterday, the only way I could get anything close is a keeper count, so that's what I went for today. I only went about 2 miles from the launch because I had motor issues all day. Still have motor issues, so got to thank Willie from Nixon Marine. He's going to hook me up, take the boat back, and get it ready because I'm going to the Delta on Friday to start practice because the last weekend we can practice before off limits. So stayed within a mile down on his flat. I got into a school and it was every cast was a fish. I just ran out of time, but I was close. If I had another hour, I think I would have had to keeper count what I needed to. So.
All right, Rich. Well, great job out there, man. Sorry to make that cut, but you know what? We'll see you at the Delta. Have a good one, man. Another one taken out. But there's still some anglers over here. They're still getting ready. Our next angler is going to need 1885. He has 27 keepers overall. He's out of Lake Havasu, Arizona. Mr. Roy Hawk, everybody. All right, Roy. I'm doing good, man. You're the one. I don't know what you're doing here. You're making me dance. All right, buddy. You're going to need 1885. 27 keepers isn't going to help you. 1154 isn't going to help you. Cut day got you, man. Reach in that bag right there. Hold up a couple fish. Let's show them off real quick. $26.54 overall. That's going to put you right there on that cusp for getting one of those top 20 checks, though, man. So pull for that. Cut days, yeah, it's going to be close, but I don't know. I'm trying to give you some hope, Roy. I know you do this for everything you do is for this, for the living, to make all the money, so you need to get them. Hopefully you can get one, but we'll see. You know, talk a little bit about how you did out there, what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people that get you up here.
Yeah, overall it was a good trip. Didn't catch a ton of fish. I had a little bit better day yesterday, mainly catching fish on topwater in the shallows, and then jig and a drop shot out deeper. And today I just didn't get around them. You know, I tried some areas I caught them yesterday, and there's just nothing there, and kept looking, and I'd catch one here and there, and just kind of a tougher day. But thankful to be up here and look forward to getting to the Pro-Am Championship here in, about a month? So, about a month. Yeah, about a month, so that'll be a good time. Say hi to all my friends, family. Love you guys. My beautiful bride. I'll be home soon, and we'll see everybody down the road. Thanks.
Roy, thank you for fishing with us, man, and we will see you at our next event. Thank you. Whew, cut day is mean. You have to send some really good anglers home. We got a bunch of them, but 56 of them are going home. We're going to see if this next gentleman right here can bring up 1904 because his 28 keepers overall isn't going to help him. He's out of Green Acres, Washington, Mr. Sean Minderman. Come on up here, Sean. You're going to need 1904, man. Otherwise, you fall victim. It's a tough day, man. Cut day, I tell everybody it's a tough one. But we're looking at 1904. Let's see if that bag weighs 1904. He took 2 hands to lift it. It's close. It's 1660, everybody. It was close. Reaching that bag, hold up a couple fish, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Colby Pearson holding out that lead right on that bubble right now with 53 keepers. Tyler Madden, who's sitting right over there with 33.84. They're on the bubble. Sean, you're not on the bubble. Unfortunately, cut day got you, buddy. It's a tough one, but how'd you do out there?
I had, it was fun. I stayed shallow. I took the forward-facing sonar off my boat and put it in the rod locker and went spinnerbait and topwater. It was a lot of fun. Caught a lot of fish. Found some big ones, just not enough. But it was, overall, it was a good tournament.
You just said you took off your forward-facing sonar, put it in the box, and didn't use it. You just gained a bunch of fans out there, right there, Everybody out here going, you know what, you don't need that to catch fish. Unfortunately, you didn't make the cut, so you didn't prove that, but that's all right, man. Thanks some of the people at home.
Yeah, special thanks to Ranger Mercury, also Three Rivers Tackle, amazing store. They also have a great website. Everything in the store and more is on the website. And they're super quick at getting their orders out. Just a great service. Check it out, Three Rivers Tackle.
All right, man. Sean, thanks for fishing with us, man. We'll see you at our next event. Another one great fisherman down. Woo! All right, our next angler, 2311 is what he's going to need because 33 keepers isn't going to do it. He's out of Bakersfield, California. Let's bring him up here, Mr. Randy McAbee. Come on up here, Randy. All right, 2311, 1074 yesterday. Not looking great, buddy. But let's see what he holds up. 2311. 1134. Reach in there. Hold up a couple of those fish right there, man. Let's talk about it. Good job. Oh. They're talking about how good a poker face you had out there. I can hear them. They're mumbling. Randy was up here. They thought, you know what, he's going to drop 30 on the stage. He didn't. Randy, it's a tough day, man. It's cut day, and it just doesn't care. How was it out there for you, and how'd you do out there? And thanks some of the people at home.
The best part about today is it's over. It was a grind. I've only been to this place a handful of times. This is the lowest I've seen it. So a lot of like the little shallow bars and stuff I'm used to fishing are inches underwater, covered in grass, and it's pretty much like being here the first time. So I just trolling motor on high and tried to find that clean bottom with a little bit of rock and scattered grass, and just only found like 2 spots. So tough day, tough tournament for me.
You want to thank anybody else that get you up here?
Yeah, I want to thank Stealth Sticks, Rods, Tackle Warehouse, Triton Boats, wife back at home. 19 hours, I'll be home.
19-hour drive, man. Now, I didn't see what your total weight's going to be, but it wasn't going to be right there. So that top 20 check's going to be right on the bubble, man. Hopefully you can get one of those. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at the next event. This next gentleman is going to need a big bag because he has 15 keepers, which means that's not going to help. He had nothing yesterday. Had some issues. Let's bring him up out of Surprise, Arizona. Conrad DeMakis. Come on up here, Conrad. That needs to be 33.85. I've seen a few bags in my day. Yeah. Conrad, I have a feeling that that's not a 33-pound bag. You want to talk a little bit about it? Let's see what it goes, everybody. 1454. 1454. Hold up a couple of those fish. We're going to need some pictures because yesterday you didn't bring any up, man. Oh, I forgot. I know. That is a stare like he's mad at Dad right now. That's all you could do? 1454? All right, let's talk about what happened a little bit yesterday. Let's talk about what happened today and what'd you do out there, and thank the people at home.
Yeah, so yesterday morning, get to my first spot, and the phrase hero to zero hit my mind. I won here last year, and I had no power when I got to my first spot. So something happened with my battery. Kind of just ran around, did what I could, and had the wife go to Nixon's Marine, grab me a battery. We got everything situated by like 11 or noon and just kind of fizzled out and didn't make anything happen. Today, ran all new water, kind of just put a fluke in my hand and just went to work. It is what it is. You know, last year was easy. You pull up and you win the tournament. Never been here before, and everything is great. So I figured I'd come here, do the same thing, and it was these fish are definitely in different areas and positioned differently than they were last year. So it's all good. We got an 18-hour drive home. The little dude's cracked out and ready to roll, so let's hit it.
All right, Conrad. Thank you very much, man. We'll see you at the next one. He's ready for that drive home right there. Dad, don't forget me. Get him. Get him. All right. Our next angler's going to need 21.92. He has 32 keepers. Colby Pearson has 53, and he's on the bubble. That means he's going to need a big bag. He's out of Oakley, California. Mr. Bo Jodry. Come on up here, Bo. Bring a big bag, man. That is a good-looking bag right there. 21.92 might be close. Bo, did you swing for the fences today?
A little bit. I would have liked to have gone for weight, but numbers kind of happened for me today a little bit better.
32, man. That's not going to be enough, so we need a big bag. 15.49. That's not going to quite do it on the weight side. Not going to quite do it on the number side. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, show them off, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Great job right there. All right, Bo, on the weight side, you're about 643 shy. On the numbers side, yeah, 32. It's not going to quite be enough on either one. Cut day gets you. But let's talk about how you did out there, what you were looking at, and, you know, thank the people at home.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody at home that's watching. My wife for coming with me on this adventure. It was a great 2 days of fishing for me. Struggled yesterday, bounced back a little bit today, so I'm happy about that. Had a great time. Want to thank you guys for having us out here, and looking forward to the next tournament.
How'd you catch fish out there, and what was going on out there? Why was it so tough for you?
Well, I was scoping them last month and a little bit yesterday. I kind of petered out, and I ended up going shallow and drop shot. Senkos, just kind of slowed down and just picked it apart.
All right, man. Well, unfortunately, cut day got you. Head off to the left right there, and we'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler's going to need 23.36. He has 19 keepers. That's not going to help. 10.49 overall right now. He's out of Atascadero, California. Mr. Nick Zavucci. Come on up here, Nick. All right, Nick. 23.36 in that bag. That's all we can do, man. That's all we can look for right now. Did you swing for the fences today?
I just put a top water in my hand and threw top water all day. Had a fun day, just missed a lot of fish.
Well, 1384 is what you ended up with. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish real quick. Okay. He's not going to take a picture of him, take him over there. Let's talk a little bit about what happened out there today, and let's thank some people at home, man.
Yeah, just thank everybody watching back home, and yeah, just like I said, put a top water in my hand all day and had a lot of bites and caught what I caught.
All right, man. We'll see you at our next event. It's a brutal day. Cut day is not nice. Don't care what kind of an angler you are. All right, our next angler had 1468 yesterday. He's got 30 keepers, so he's looking for a 1917 bag. He's out of Oakley, California. Let's bring him up here, Mr. Nick Cloutier. Come on up, Nick. All right, Nick, welcome up onto the stage. We got to get the cameras going over there. The wife's right there. She's got to make sure she gets a really good square frame shot of you, man. We're looking for a big bag, 1917. Were you looking for weight today?
Honestly, at about 10 o'clock, I was looking for whatever.
Well, you got 1449, which is almost exactly what you got yesterday. You had 1468 yesterday, 1449 today. That's going to give you 2917 overall. That means you're going to be looking for one of those top 20 checks to hopefully make a little bit out of this. We'll see what happens. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish. Let's make sure your wife gets some good camera work right here. All right, great job. All right, let's talk a little bit about what happened out there, man. Got tough, got easy. It didn't look easy.
I just never landed on them. It just the schools that I did find, you maybe catch one or two off of them, and then they became real skittish after that. I mainly threw an A rig and a Nico rig. That was like my 1-2. I'd kind of have them follow my A rig in, and then once they get to the boat, I grab a Nico rig and drop it down on them. Some big walleye out there. Big walleyes, but it was fun, you know. Regardless, I had a good time. I gotta give a huge shout out to my buddy Garrett. He loaned me his boat for this event while I'm waiting for my new Gone Fishing Marine Ranger. You know, I just want to say thanks to my wife, all my friends, all my sponsors that helped me out. You know, I appreciate everybody, and thank you guys for coming out.
All right, Nick, thank you for fishing with us, man, but you know what? Cut day got you. All right, buddy, have a good one. All right, our next angler is going to need 2102 because 27 keepers isn't quite enough. He's out of boring old Oregon, Mr. Daryl Burkhart. Come on up here, Daryl. All right, man. Welcome back on up to the stage. Daryl, you had a great time up there, potholes. You did a good job up there. You come in here, you're going to need 2102. You struggled a little bit on the river. 2102 is what we're looking for over there. 2187. Great bag right there. That's going to put you up there. He's going to be just in the cut line. Puts Nick Wood on the bubble. 27 keepers, so he was looking for weight. He went out there and got great weight, everybody. 2187. Wow. Daryl, weigh one of those big fish. Yeah, you are... Yeah, give it a second. He'll put the bag in. There we go. All right. That big fish is going to go good weight. 462. 462. That's a big fish right now. I'm not sure what today's big fish is right now. Thomas, what is it? No big fish? That's what I thought, but I'm just waiting to make... It's now that one right there, so you are leading for big fish. All right, man, let's talk a little bit about it. You're on over here now, Daryl. You're in third place, 3470. Few anglers right there. You got just a small little cushion. Keeper side over here, not so much. Let's talk about it. What were you going for today? I'm guessing weight total.
Well, I got to say, good or bad, I give all glory to God. Yesterday, you know, I just blew out. I'm kind of a home guy here. I fish this water a lot, and I just didn't make good decisions. So today I just went out and went fishing like I typically do here, and I just caught him. I didn't think I could make it on the keeper count, so I just had to catch a big bag, and I got them all the boat. And, you know, I'd like to thank my wife for allowing me to be out here and do what I do. Willie Nelson and the crew at Nixon's Marine, they do a fantastic job. Skeeter Boats, Yamaha Motors, and Weston GMC for sponsoring my tow rig.
All right, man, that's a great weight. You dropped 21.7. I think that's the second biggest bag we've had up here. That's a good job on that one. This is your home water. You're not get there. You're going to be right there on the cusp. 34.70, man. You think that's going to hold out?
Well, you know, I don't know that it will, but I can tell you I gave it everything I could do.
All right, man. If you don't make it, you don't make it. But you know what? Thanks for fishing with us. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. Head off the left right there. If nothing else, he will definitely have his shot at that one of those top 20 checks. All right, our next angler is going to need a big bag, 2092. His 18 keepers aren't going to help him. He had 13-17 yesterday. He's out of Queen Creek, Arizona. Mr. Jamie Reuter. Come on up here, Jamie. You don't have to follow Dad like that. Don't trip, don't fall, anything like that sort of thing. 2092 is what we're looking for. Nope, they're not smiling. 14.42 is what he lands up there. That means cut day got you, buddy. You know, let's talk a little bit about it. Reach in that bag first. Hold up a couple of fish. Let's get some pictures. He comes all the way from Arizona up here. He drove, 14, 15, 16 hours, throws some fish around on the stage. But cut day does not care how far you had to drive. It says you got to catch good fish. You got to catch a lot of fish. Neither one of them did you do, man. How was it out there for you?
Well, it's my first time on this body of water, and so, you know, running around trying to figure out where I was going to fish was a little challenging, but once I got on them, I could catch them pretty good. But, you know, yesterday I kind of tripped and stumbled, and I dumped like 4 good fish that would have probably put me 17, 18 pounds yesterday and would have helped my cause for the day. So, yeah, should be salvaging some good points and move on to the next one. So.
You want to thank anybody that got you up here on the stage?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, obviously, first and foremost, and then my son and my daughter-in-law came, my grandkids came. It's always awesome when you can drive 19 hours and get to see your kids and your grandkids. So thank you guys for coming, and hey, thank you all you fans out there for coming out and showing up. Huge appreciation, man. This is probably the best turnout of the season, so thank you guys very much, and then obviously thank BAM. So.
All right, man. Thank you for fishing with us. We'll see you at our next event. Thanks, guys, for coming up. All right, our next angler's going to need 22.31. He has 21 keepers. He had 12.03 yesterday. He's out of Discovery Bay, California. Let's bring him up here, Mr. Steve Hoover. Come on up here, Steve. Good, man. How are you doing? That's what everybody cares about. 22.31 needs to be in that bag. Otherwise, cut day's going to get you, man. 22.31 is what we're looking for. He's going to have 13.09. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. Show them off. Another victim of our cut day format for sure. You know, Steve, we are sitting here in Oregon, so they're rooting for the California people to be cut, right? We're up here. The crowd has come out, man. They showed off. They had a great little event for us last year. Yesterday. Let's talk a little bit about, you know, what went right, what went wrong, and, you know, thank the people at home.
Yeah, this is my first time ever even here. So yesterday, you kind of run around, you just check stuff. Didn't catch them then. Changed some stuff up. Had a little bit better day, but that's the way it goes. So, and then, you know, just thank my family. I'm actually going to hit the road right now. I got about a 12-hour drive to get home, so we're going to roll out.
All right, man. Good luck on the way home. Sorry cut day got you. Head right off of that away. It's getting less and less over there. It's getting less and less that are going to make it. We got to drop 55 of our anglers, but this next one really wants to make it. He had a struggle of a day yesterday at 4.97. He's going to need a monster bag today of 29.12. He had 14 keepers. Only weight can help him. Out of Elk Grove, California, let's bring him up. Mr. Ken Maw, everybody. All right, Ken. They get really loud when I say Oregon. Even when I say Washington. California, they're not into it, man. I don't know what we can do. 29-12s we're looking for. You're one of those guys that can catch it. Unfortunately, today, you didn't. 15-52. Reach in that bag, hold up, and show off a couple bass. That's a heck of a bounce back from 497 yesterday to 15-52 today. Step just to the right. There you go. They're up here kicking Marty's cone around, and he hasn't even shown his face yet. You're talking right now. You got to talk about what happened with that 497 yesterday. You got to talk about how you only had 15 today and not 30. What's going on out there? And thank the people out there that can even get you up here, man.
You know, we've been to Boardman here. I've been here 3 times in this format, and it's really a great place to visit. The people are nice. The town shows out. You know, yesterday, free food, free ice cream. I got in line in the ice cream thing twice, and they said, no, you can't get ice cream twice. So they kicked me out of the line the second time. But no, yesterday I decided to fish for green ones, and I got no excuses. You know, you make decisions, you live with the results. So it is what it is. You know, you catch what you catch, you bring them in, you weigh what you weigh, and that's what you got. You know. The guys that made the top 10 are going to earn it. So it's a great format. Looking forward to the next event on the Delta. And, you know, if you're out there and you're looking at buying a boat, you know, I actually drove all the way down to the John Day yesterday in my Vexus. Super smooth. I know it wasn't windy, but, you know, that boat's one of the best rough water boats on the market. So, you know, if you're looking for something like that, reach out to me. But I earned a trip home tomorrow.
Well, right now, don't leave. Mark wants to hand over something right now.
Nope, I want something?
I don't think anybody likes you winning something.
So here's the deal, is that our Tackle Warehouse winner did not show up to weigh his fish in. What? So what happens when that happens is we draw another name, and I drew a name out, and I assumed that it was Ken Ma. You are so lucky because you're here on the stage when I drew it. So, congratulations. I think that's the second time you've won. So, I mean, but it's good you buy a lot of stuff there. I appreciate it.
I'm going to need that back right now because I got a few more anglers stowed away over there. I got a few more we can do. But you know what we'll do first? We'll make them all wait to come back from this commercial break. Everybody, keep watching. Stay here. We'll be weighing some more fish in just a minute.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now, check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
What the flock are you waiting for?
California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail Super 60 right here in Boardman, Oregon. I have got a few more anglers to go. I've got an old one, I got a younger one, I got 2 old ones coming up soon. I won't say he's old yet, but he's getting close. That's what I thought. All right, our next angler is going to need 21.89. He's got 44 keepers, which is under that line. 21.89, 12.20 yesterday. Let's see if he can double that up. He's out of Ione, California, Mr. Jason Austin. Come on up here, Jason. 21.89, man, that bag needs to be. Well, it has to be. It has to be, or Cut Day got you, man. Go see if you can bargain with one of these guys over here. Jason, we're looking for 21.89. We end up with 13.51, reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. Let's get some pictures real quick. Colby Pearson's holding out on that cut line for the keeper count. Nick Wood is now 34.08. Knocked Tyler Madden down. He's heading on home. And unfortunately for Jason, Cut Day is going to get you too, man. Let's talk about what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people at home.
Yeah, so yesterday I started out and I was struggling, so I decided I was going to go fish for largemouth for 2 hours. And I should have kept fishing for smallmouth, and I probably would have made, a little better move. Obviously, I only had 10 keepers yesterday. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me. I've been out of the house for about a week and a half. I stopped and went deer hunting on my way here, so I've had a good trip. Thanks to all my sponsors, my family, grandbabies, kids, and mom and dad.
How was the deer hunting?
It was good. I got a big old 4x4.
Nice, man. You got that to go home to at least.
Yeah, for sure, but my kid won up me, so.
What did he get?
Just a big giant fork and horn, like 25 inches wide.
Nice. I know our season opens up soon, but you know what? For today, your tournament ends today.
See you at the Delta.
See you, buddy. Uh-oh. I see something I don't technically like seeing on this day, but it's coming. Our next angler is going to need 17.33. He had 16.76 yesterday. 25 keepers ain't enough, so 17.33 is what we're looking for. Everybody, he's out of Red Bluff, California. He's been on this stage. He's been a champion before. Let's give it up for Greg Gutierrez. All right, Double G. You're going to need 17.33, my friend. That bag, I'm just waiting to see what it's going to say. 17.33 is what we're looking for. The Frenzy Baits came out, and they got 21.99. And that's why we don't let him say it. 13.53 right there. Not going to quite make that cut on either side. That means you made one really bad cut. The cut. Cut Day got you, buddy. He gets to take that 2-hour drive home. All right, Greg, great job out there. Let's talk a little bit about what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people that get you up on this stage, man.
Oh, man, you know what? We could complain about all the stuff that goes wrong. Stuff always goes wrong. I jumped in the boat this morning, snapped off my my light, so I had to jerry rig that to get it going so I could make it out there. But other than that, fishing was just a little slow for me. I remember I told you I felt like I was playing bingo, going B14, B14, and I was just kept 13 and a half, 13 and 3/4. Just couldn't get the keeper count up, and I lost a couple of decent fish this morning. But to be honest with you, here I am. I got what I got, and all is good. I told Kenny Ma if I had 5 pounders, I'd weigh in 25 pounds today.
Let me do the math on that. You were perfectly right math-wise. It just didn't happen.
No, it didn't. But it's all good. I had a great time. The community is awesome. The folks coming out to visit and watch the weigh-ins, much appreciated. The family, it's awesome to see the support. And Boardman really did it up. Anybody catch the fireworks show last night? It was pretty cool. We watched.
There's one lady right back there that said she did.
Yeah. We watched it from the campground. It was pretty neat. But yeah, no, everything ran great. I ran that Bass Cat Puma STS all the way down to Arlington yesterday, and I had a couple honey holes there from a couple years ago, and there was no honey there at all. So I just, yeah, exactly. I ran around. I had some good bites yesterday, and I only got one good bite like that today, and I just struggled. To be honest with you, it was 1 o'clock. I still had only 4 fish in the boat total, and then I found a couple areas and started catching them, but I was just a lot too late.
Well, Greg, you fall victim, man. I've said it before. Cut day don't care who you are, how far you went, or anything else. It'll take you. You got cut, man. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. All right, our next angler's going to need another big bag. It's just a theme right now. They're going to need big bags to catch these fish. 36 keepers is what he has. That's not going to quite be enough. Lake Elsinore, California. Bring him up, Mr. William Ponting. Get loud, everybody. He's got one person out there rooting for him. Let's go. All right, William, you're going to need a good bag. 1960. I know you got it in you. Let's see if the scale thinks so as well. 1960 is what we're looking for. The scale says you weren't quite there. You were only 6 pounds, 7 pounds shy. 1301, my friend. 1301. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish. Let's get a couple pictures, and then we'll talk it over just a little bit. All righty, man. Now, William, this river out here can be really generous. We've seen some big weights. There's a 694 that Jake Boomer put up there. But it can also be kind of stingy. Let's talk a little bit about what you did right, what you did wrong, and thank some people at home.
I got to say all that?
All of it.
Jeez. I caught 18 yesterday. I was in 16th. I catch 18 today, and I fall to 40th. What more do you want?
I don't want anything. Cut day wants you though, because that's what got you, man. You want to say anything to anybody at home?
Hello, everybody.
All right, William. We'll see you on the next event. He's one of our biggest, baddest talkers. Sometimes you just got to kick him off the stage, you know? That's how it works. All right, our next angler. Gonna need 2145. That'll be like our second or third biggest bag. This guy can do it, though. He had 41 keepers. Not going to quite be enough. 1264 yesterday. He's out of Oakdale, California. Let's bring him up, Mr. Ish Monroe, everybody. All right, Ish. You're going to need some good weight right there. That's got to be a good bag.
It's a decent bag.
He's going to push down on it. You watch. He's going to pull it down just a little bit, make it look like it's almost there. It's a good bag, but it's not quite the right bag. 1805, everybody. Good weight. Keepers are off just a little bit. Cut day kind of got you, buddy. Reaching that bag right there. Hold up a couple of those fish. Let's get some pictures. There's a whole bunch of cameramen out there waiting to get pictures. Well, just one guy, Robert, and the other two. All right. Great job. Now, Ish, Said it before, I'll say it again. Cut day don't care, man. You're a great angler. You went out there, you swung for the fences. 41 keepers is a great way to go out. I'm guessing you probably thought that might get you there?
I did. I mean, I knew that the guys were going to catch them because they usually use the first day as kind of their practice day, and then they get honed in a little bit. And I thought the weights, would be about the same. I didn't think that they would catch, 13 more than they caught because the cut was only 21 yesterday. And I'm like, all right, go out and catch yourself 22, 23, and you'll have a chance. And I went out and caught myself 22, and I did miss a couple and lose a couple. I mean, I did just have some missed opportunities, but I did not have enough, definitely did not have enough fish to make it. Now, through the course of the 2 days, yeah, I did, but today was just not enough. But, I mean, 18-pound bag of smallmouth, I'll take that because I caught the majority of them on a top water bait, the River to Sea Rover. This is a fantastic fishery, and I love fishing this place. And anytime you can go out and catch an 18-pound bag on top water, that's pretty fun.
It is pretty fun watching it happen, going out there and doing it. But you know what? It didn't really matter today, man. You had to have a little bit more. These guys are good fishermen, right?
Oh, they're excellent fishermen. I mean, you got the Super 60. It's the best of the West Coast all out here. And, just trying to make that championship and get to Clear Lake. But they are coming to a very special place for the next Super 60, and that's the California Delta, and that's my body of water.
And you've won up there with us. That was a good opportunity. You want to thank anybody out there that got you up here?
Oh, I want to thank all my sponsors. I mean, as you can see, and I want to thank my lovely wife, Oxy. She's been fantastic. She's always traveling with me to all these events and supports me and backs me up. And, we now are the proud owners of CNC Marine. And so if there's anybody out there looking for a bass boat, you come and see us at CNC Marine. I don't care what part of country you are. We can definitely get a boat to you. I've got a driver that can deliver it. And, we're going to be very competitive on the pricing, and we've got one of the best crews.
All right, man, congratulations on becoming the owners of that one. You got tackle in there. You got boats in there. And you know what? You got a left side over there you got to head to. We will see you at our next event at the California Delta. All right, our next angler is going to need 21-27. I can see out of the corner of my eye that he doesn't feel he has 21-27, 17 keepers. He's all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Give it up, everybody, for Cameron Carver. All right, Cameron. Man, this is 3 in a row, I think. And I told you yesterday, don't do this. You need 21, 27. 17 keepers ain't going to help you, buddy. You had to swing for the fences. You went for them, and you chopped just a little shy of the fence. 11, 17, man. Good weight out there. Reach in that bag real quick. Hold up a couple fish. I will hold him. That's right. I know when I see this on day 2 that he's going home. And cut day got him. All right, buddy, I'm going to hand you this, and I'm going to hand you this. You can pick who you want, and you can tell the story.
So Owens Corning is a sponsor of mine, title sponsor, and they do a lot to keep me on the road. And at every event, I have one of their traditional Pink Panther mascots that I give away to one of the kids in the crowd. So from Owens Corning to, how about this little boy right here? Yeah. Will you come on up here and grab this?
Come on up on the stage. Get right up there. Take it over there, right in the middle where it says stand here.
All right. Are you rooting for anybody?
My OG pod, Jamie Reuter.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. He's rooting for Jamie Reuter.
He was rooting for Jamie Reuter.
He was. Nice. All right.
Cameron, it's always good to see you up here. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for doing that all every time. It always makes it a little special for somebody out there. I like seeing it. So you know what?
Yeah,
Cut day, it got you, man. Doesn't care how far you drove.
You know, it doesn't care how far I drove. And I drove a long ways to get here. That's for certain. But and I love this place. The first time I got to experience this place was about 25 years ago. I was a younger man back then, and it was a tremendous fishery then. It's a tremendous fishery now. It didn't cooperate with me for the last couple of days, but it's still fun to be here, and it's great to be around the people of Boardman. They really do a good job to accommodate us, and we appreciate everything about that. So I want to say thanks to some people, obviously to Owens Corning. I want to say thanks to MacArthur Building Materials. I want to say thanks to Dynamic Fabrication. I want to say thanks to KMI. Thank you guys for everything that you do. I want to give a peace sign for Connie, and I want to say hi to Ann and let her know that I'll be home one of these days. I'm trying to make my way there now. So, but thanks for all your support, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, Cameron, the one nice thing about this year was you had to drive all the way up here, but we actually came down your guys' way and gave you a shot on your own bodies of water. Yep. That didn't work out either right there, so, it's a little on you at this point.
It's completely on me at this point. we all know that.
All right, Cameron, head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event, man. I have a cone named after this guy now. He's going to need a big bag of fish. 1837. He had 33 keepers. He had a Mesa, Arizona. Mr. Marty Lawrence. Come on up here, Marty. Kick the cone, Marty. Look at that. Just boots it out. That's going to be up here forever now. You're going to be dead and gone, and I'm going to be calling that the Marty Lawrence cone right there, buddy. All right. You're going to need 1837. Good bag of fish, though, but not quite 1837. 1206. That means cut day got you, buddy. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple of fish. 2778. That means he's going to be right on that bubble for one of them top 20 checks also. Doesn't even have a cone anymore. Won't follow the instructions ever. That's why he's never living it down. Got to reach in here. Got to put this thing over here. Make all the adjustments. You do it again. That you kicking that one too? You got to work on that. That's an anger issue, man. All right, Marty. Let's talk a little bit about what happened out there. 2778, not going to make it. 33 keepers, not going to make it. Cut day, gotcha. What happened out there? How'd you do good? How'd you do bad? And thank the people at home, man.
I want to thank everybody, and then my sponsors. My wife, she comes up here to these and supports us on that. And it just didn't go my way today. I went for keepers for both days, and then it just didn't happen today. Then I had trolling motor issues and kind of got to struggling a bit, and then picked it up at the end of the day and just come up short.
All right, well, last night there was a nice dinner up here. There was a nice place to get some ice cream. There was some good food, good entertainment, some fireworks. I hope you enjoyed that, but right now you're going to have to head off to the left right there. Marty, we'll see you at our next event, buddy. All right, our next angler's going to need a giant bag. 30-26. He had 433 yesterday, 383 overall. Had a little bit of an issue right there, but we'll figure it out. 6 keepers isn't going to help. You need a monster bag, Mr. Scott Head at Oakley, California. Come on up here, man. Scott? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not 30 pounds in that bag right there. 30-26 is what we're looking for, everybody. He's got 758. You crushed yesterday's weight. Great job right there. Reach in that bag. Hold up a couple of those fish. I'd love to say that you're going to be in the contention, in the running for a top 20 check. Scott, you're not. It's going to be close. It's something to look forward to. Hope that somebody else, like 15 or 20 other guys, just, I don't know, don't make it back ever. But, let's talk about what happened out there a little bit. You had a rough day yesterday. You had a rough day today. And then thanks some people at home, man.
Yeah, it was tough. I really like this place. The city of Boardman, you guys really showed out. That was an awesome show. The community has been awesome since we've been here. This river is massive. It kind of reminds me of the Delta on the Rio Vista side. I've never fished this pool before, and it really got my number here. I started off throwing topwater yesterday, and I was getting big fish. I just couldn't keep them stuck. Getting right to the boat, and then that second wind they would get, and they would just take off on a short line and pop my hooks every time. So today I kind of went deep with a jig and caught the 4 keepers that I caught, salvaged them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Delta for sure.
Well, Scott, You're going to get a head start on getting there, man. Too bad you didn't make it. Cut day got you. Head off the left right there. We will see you at our next event. Thank you very much for fishing with us. Great job out there, buddy. All right, our next angler, they're going to need 2173 at 38 keepers. That's not going to help. He's out of Woodland, Washington. Everybody give it up for Mr. Cameron Black. All right, Cameron, you need a big bag, 2173. 2173. 38 keepers isn't there. 2173. Do not let cut day get you. Push down hard on that scale. Harder, harder. 1455. Not going to quite make it. Cut day has gotten you. Right there. Hold up a couple of those fish. There is a reason I call this the most feared day in all of bass fishing, and this is why right here. Another great angler has dropped out of it all. Just giving room for the next people coming up, man. But I'll tell you what, let's talk a little bit about it. What'd you do right? What'd you do wrong? And, thank the people at home.
Man, the first lesson you should learn is fish where the fish are, not where you want them to be. Kind of left them. I left them a bunch. I'm a slow learner over 2 days. Had to keep going back to them, but tried to go after keepers today and did a little better, but just spent too much time kind of chasing them down. But it was a good time, good fishing. The weather was great for once on the Columbia River for a tournament, so that was awesome. Huge thanks to Boardman, Kuma Fishing, my Addicted Fishing family, and then, of course, my friends at Fish USA. It's a great time and looking forward to got some good points on this one, and I'll see you guys at the Delta.
All right, man. Head off that to the left right there. Cameron, we'll see you at our next event. The Delta is awaiting a bunch of anglers right now. Our next angler is going to need 2169. He had 16 keepers. He's out of Turlock, California. Let's bring him up. Mr. Christian Ostrander. Come on up here, Christian. 16 keepers ain't going to help you. You need a big bag right there, 2169, or cut day is going to get you, buddy.
What's going on, Ed? Talk to me.
You've left me speechless at this point. 2169 is what we're looking for. 1311 is what we get. You want to hold up a couple of fish? You said today you were going to hold up fish. You're not going to do it. You can't go back on your word now, man. One bass. You can just stand there with the whole bag up. That's a good fish, man. You went out there. You were around some of the right ones. Christian, let's talk about it a little bit, man. It's tough going out here on these waters and not doing great. I know you want to always do good. It's just in your nature, man. It's in all these guys' natures, right, to do good. What happened out there?
You know what? I just didn't have a clue. So I ran around. I threw some top water and tried to scope, but everything was off. I didn't even look at a dang map before I showed up. Just, hey, wing it out here and fish around, and didn't happen. So whatever.
All right. You want to give any thanks to anybody at home, man? All right, buddy. That is downtrodden right there. He's just a little bummed. You go out there, you work your butt off, and you come out here and fish. And you know what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, our next angler at 972 yesterday at 18 keepers. He's looking for 2437 because that's all that's going to help. Out of Sacramento, California, Mr. Jason Bradshaw. Come on up here, Jason. All right, buddy. They will not even give one clap for a Californian anymore. Just ain't happen. We're going to have to start importing Californians to Oregon. Yeah, that didn't go over well. All right, let's see what happens right here. 2437 was looking for. 1482 is what we get. Keepers aren't going to help. That means that the cut got you. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple fish. Show them off. All right, Jason, let's talk a little bit about it. What went right, what went wrong, and thank the people at home.
Casey, Jackson, Jessa, my family. We'll see you guys soon. But yesterday, I went to the dam yesterday. I couldn't figure it out. I had 5 fish. Today, I went about 40 miles that way with the Mercury Bass Cat. And my hope was I could get around some fish that hadn't seen a bait in a long time. I caught, I don't even know, 80 fish, but I could only get, 14 keepers. It was fun. I mean, this place has so many fish. I mean, I put my bait over the side of the boat while I'm taking a picture and one blows up on it. It's like, it's crazy. But yeah, it's a fun place. We were here, I think, a month earlier last year. It fished a little bit better. I say better, like the weights were better, but I really like this place.
Well, you can come back. Anybody want to have him back at least?
Thanks.
All right, man. Jason, cut day got you, buddy. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. They're getting less. I'm seeing only a few over there. Cut day is cutting it down. It is one of those days. Our next angler. Every time I'm looking down here, all I can think of is these guys got to have a lot of weight, and this one is no exception. 24.69 is what he's going to need. 17 keepers ain't going to help. Out of Sun City, Arizona, Mr. Dylan Maxon. Come on up here, Dylan. All right, man. Dylan, you had 940 yesterday. You need 24.69 today. Do you think he's got 24.69? She does. Confidence is there. Everybody get ready. 24.69 is what we're looking for. Sorry. 14.05. Dylan, let's talk a little bit about it. Hold up a couple of those fish. Show them off. Everybody at home wants to see them. They don't care that you got cut. They just want to see some bass out of Oregon. Hold it up right there. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. Again, all the way from Arizona. Cut Day says, I don't care. Tough day out there, man. How'd you do it? Would you do good? Would you do bad? And thank the people at home.
You know, I had a lot of fun. Yesterday I dug myself in quite a hole. I missed some big ones on top water in the morning. Other than that, I just couldn't really figure them out. Today I decided just to cover water shallow. Caught a lot more fish. I had 19 keepers. Yesterday had 6, so big difference. I had a lot more fun today. I just wish I didn't dig myself in such a hole. Glad to have my family out here, though. My wife, Courtney, they make a tough day feel a lot better, I'll say that. Other than that, RJ Suzuki, Kevin Finley with Signature Gates, without them, Kevin McDonald, I couldn't be here without them for the support, so thank you guys.
All right, man. Well, thanks for fishing with us. We'll see you at our next event. Great job out there. Head off to the left. All right, our next angler is going to need 22.37. He's out of Kelseyville, California. Mr. Daniel Shelton. Come on up here, Dan. Welcome back up to the stage. You have 11 keepers. That's not going to be enough. You're about 44 shy. Cut Day is sitting right here looking you in the eyes, man. I have a feeling that's not a 22-pound bag. It is a 10-20 bag right there. Reach in there, hold a couple of those up real quick. Let's make sure we get some good pictures. If you want to weigh that one nice one, it's got to be about 4.5 pounds. There it is. All right, let's talk a little bit about what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people at home, man.
First off, I want to thank my family at home and all my friends that helped me get on this journey I'm on this year. And especially want to thank my sponsor, CMF Baits. If you guys haven't checked them out lately, you really should. They're all handmade, custom baits, hand-poured swim baits just came out. We dropped this bait 2 weeks ago. It's called the Chubby Chaser. Everything's out of Clear Lake. It's not all based on Clear Lake baits, but they do work. So if you get a chance to check them out, I recommend them. And then, of course, pictorial frame and axle and Eternal Lithium kept my boat running perfect, flawless for the last couple of years. Appreciate everything. See you guys in the next one.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Fishing with us, and we'll see you at our next event. Delta is coming back in your home water. All right, our next angler is going to need 20.42. He had 17 capers, so we're looking for that 20.42. He had 13.67. He's out of Boise, Idaho. Let's bring him on, Mr. Adam Deacon. Come on, he's not out of California. Give it up for him. All right, Adam, 20.42 needs to be in that bag, man. Cut Day's going to get you. 14.58. Reaching that bag. Hold up a couple of those bass, and we'll talk it over real quick. Then there was one. All right, Adam, great job out there. All right, Adam, it's a body of water that I know you like fishing. I know you like having a good time when you come up here. But it doesn't look like it treated you very well, man. What happened out there?
No, man, I was out there practicing catch and release. I kind of just forgot the whole catching part. But no, I really haven't spent much of time here. I've really enjoyed the couple of times that I have been up here, and it just had my number. Today I kind of went and fished all new water, just trying to make something happen. It didn't happen. It's part of it, part of tournament fishing.
All right, man, you want to thank anybody at home right now?
Yeah, family for sure. And, of course, folks, we're going to do a Serious Angler podcast at the end of this event with the winner and maybe a couple of other guys. So tune into that tomorrow after the weigh-in. And thanks to BAM and Boardman for putting on a great event.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. Head off to the left right there. We'll see you at our next event. And then there was one. Just one. He needs 21.06. Nope. Not till I call you up here. You go all the way back over there now. I'm going to make you just stand there for a little bit. Everybody look at him. Just stare at him like, what are you thinking? You've been here. You know how this works. He can't wait to weigh in, but he's going to have to. He's going to need 21.06. He has 21 keepers, so only the 21.06 can help him. 13.03 yesterday. He's out of Fraser Park, California. Mr. Dylan Smith. Come on up here, Dylan. All right, buddy. 21.06. You're one of the only Californians they have clapped for. You must be doing something right. 21.06, everybody. Get ready for 13.94. 21 keepers. Cut day's final victim right there. Hold up a couple of those bass right there. You were around the right fish because those are some pretty ones right out of the Columbia River right here in Boardman. But let's talk a little bit about what went right, what went wrong, and thank the people at home.
Yeah, this was my first time up here, and I had a blast trying to decipher the code. Didn't quite get it, but I'm looking forward to coming back up. I want to thank my parents at home. I'm sure they're watching. Thank my girlfriend Angelina for traveling up here with me, and I'm looking forward to the Delta.
All right, man. It's one of those tough ones out there. Cut day, you're the final victim. Everybody else is secured right now. Head right off to the left, and we'll see you at the Delta. Everybody, that's it. We have no more to my right. We've got our top 10 set right here. It's going to be Josh Polfer, 35.75. Ronald Mace is in there, 35.15. Daryl Burkhart, 34.70. Ty Manarola, 34.63. But Ty Manarola also has 54 keepers, so there's a double qualifier. So somebody is going to move back up. Jason Crone, 55 keepers. Jake Boomer, 60 keepers. Josh Polfer, 61. That means there are 2 spots open. So don't go away if you're right on that cusp. Jake Arbuckle might want to stick around. Tyler Madden might want to stick around. Those guys are right on that bubble. They may take it. Mark? We will do top 10 pictures and make sure they have their jersey on. Okay, we're going to do our top 10 pictures. Make sure you are jerseyed up. Everybody at home that watched this show, thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll be back to crown a champion. Hand somebody $50,000 because it's Championship Sunday tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole. Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Hey folks, Pro Bass Fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now, check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.